where stars whisper secrets untold. A rift tears through the astral veil, and sanity reigns, its grip unfolds. Cultists chanting shadowed halls, their voices a hymn to chaos unbound. They conjure up forbidden falls, to summon the fallen, lost and unfound. Oh, astral winds carry up across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unravels shall wield power that chills every bone. Across fractured plains, reality trembles, mountains weep, rivers twist in desperate prayer. The sun blinks, uncertain of its emblem, as eldritch horrors crawl from the lair. Their forms twisted and malefic, born of nightmares and forgotten dread. They drift through astral currents, a beacon for those who seek madness instead. Oh, astral winds carry up across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. Every bone. In forgotten temples and cursed groves, heroes gather, there is all unyielding to chase the ripples of reality's codes and confront the abyss, both fearsome and appealing. Oh, astral winds carry up across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. As the final verse echoes the starlit skies and death trembles on the lips of all, the abyssal maw opens, galaxies within ready to consume all those who stall. Yet whispers of valor and unity persist in the eminent astral reckoning. Perhaps hope shall win.
All right, hello, 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 and welcome on in, everybody. We are like 2 minutes early, which I feel like that I just never get the timing right on this fucking intro. Anyways, it looks like we have everybody here today, so, winter storms be damned, knock on wood. We are going to go ahead and dive straight into session number 15 of Echoes of the Fallen Ascendant, and, see what happens post-Pain Resurrection. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and we'll check in at the end before we bounce. All right, hello everybody.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Welcome. Glad to see that the winter storm didn't take anybody's shit out. That's awesome, because those...
So far, so good.
Yeah, those folks up in Atlanta, man, I saw the ice that fell over that city, and I was like, that's why we deployed National Guard troops. Okay, got it. Crazy, for somewhere that's not used to ice.
Right.
But I can't even imagine. 18 inches sucks. Been there, done that. No thank you.
And counting.
And counting, oh god!
Yeah, it's
Well,
still
actually,
snowing here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually... I don't think it's gotten to 18. I think it's more like, maybe 8 right now, but total, yeah, it might get to 18.
That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. Alright, well, hey, we're here for D&D, and that's what matters. And you're all here for D&D safely, and that's even more exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into our recap real quick, and then we'll jump into the session. So, from session number 14, we began on Winnell II, 4253 PFH, at 4:30 p.m. Okay, so the remaining 3 party members set up camp and had a long discussion about what the next move would be. Afterwards, they had some bacon and then went to sleep. God, that sounds amazing. During the night, Amelia was taken to another realm where she met with an otherworldly entity and was allowed to properly swear her oath. In the morning, Amelia and Dench took a look at the beachhead and realized the corpses of the fishmen and the goblins were gone, and that the boat scraps that they had placed there the day before had been dislodged and were now lying in the water. With that, they turned tail and made for the road. The journey was long but uneventful. They encountered a couple of dire elk, which they turned away from, and received an escort across the bridge when they arrived there, shaving about a half a day off of their journey. They arrived in Willow Hollow and dropped Pearl off at the stables before splitting up. Amelia took Payne's body to the Temple of Celestian, while Dench and Lyra went to her parents' house. They met with her father, who embarrassed her quite a bit, before offering up the family's estate ledger to pay for the group's needs. He also brought Lyra spell components for her spells, for the spells that she had in her tome. They then rested, and in the morning Lyra summoned Canis. With that, the group headed to the Temple of Celestian, where Amelia was preparing for the ritual and their arrival. They paid the price for the scroll with the Whisperwind estate ledger, and with that, the ritual began. During the ritual, Moradin spoke out to Payne and told him that it was time to fix what his people had broken so long ago. Restore my anvil, he told him. And with that, he awoke, exhausted and weakened, but alive nonetheless. XP for last week. Typically in the low levels I do like 40 XP, but because we had a resurrection and it was very touching and we had a lot of really good stuff leading up to that, last week's XP total was 100 even across the board for everybody.
Payne, you
What?
need to die more often.
Ooh.
No, please.
What is the current date and time?
Yep, I'm getting there. So session 15.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I hadn't gotten to that spot yet. So session 15 though is Winnell the 6th, 4253 PFH at 11:45 a.m. And that's where we're picking up today's session. Okay.
I'm sorry, what time was that?
11:45 a.m. All right. Anybody have questions, comments, clarifications before I turn it over to you? Perfect. All right, let me find where the fuck that church soundtrack was. That was a banger. Okay. I'll turn that on and let it do its thing. Okay, so Payne has just been brought back. The people in here are kind of watching from the pews in awe as they just saw a man's life return to his body. He sat up. He is not looking well. I will tell you all of that 100%. He is looking emaciated, sickly, sunken in, dark eyes. He's got, like, you know, those eye boogies that, like, you know, dogs and little kids get. It's just, he's a hot fucking mess. Payne, because of your profession, and Amelia, because of your religious experience, you would know, especially since this was just a raised dead and not anything much crazier than that, it will require probably somewhere between 3 and 5 days for him to get fully back on his feet. And with that, I will turn it over to you guys.
So, you know, before we leave, she would wait patiently for the high priestess to, like, stop talking with everybody and then approach her again.
So the high priestess is kind of like trying to keep the people out of your guys' business because a man was just brought back to life on a old stone floor and people are
Okay.
being nosy, so that's why she actually walked over there.
So Amelia, do you think she'd have any revivify scrolls that we could purchase? Because we're not going back out there without those this time.
Sorry, let me just clarify the RP point there, Candace. She was doing that to stay away from you guys, but you said that you were going to approach her after she did that.
Yeah, that's why
She's not going to move, and she's going to let you guys make that first move. So
Right, that's why I'm just asking Amelia to see if she knows.
Yes, more than likely. This church in particular keeps some scrolls on hand for if it's needed in town, and then some of the higher circle magics as well, normally for those of the church, but no, normally for those of this church. Yes.
Well, how much do those usually run for around here? I mean, I can't imagine they're cheap, right?
Um, normally, well, it's a much smaller uh, demand on the soul and a much smaller diamond that's needed, but it's still not an easy thing. There, I couldn't say for sure. At over 100 gold at least, probably more.
Okay, well, I want to see if we can get at least two. Um, I'm not. She looks down at the book that's in her hand that she had handed over before the resurrection was done. I'm not gonna go crazy with it, but I'm not gonna. Making sure I come back. Making sure we all come back.
So Payne's been kind of sitting there collecting himself, and he, as you guys are talking, as soon as you finish, he'll say, I I need you guys to know I don't blame any of you guys. We all made choices for good or bad, but it's in the past. It's fine now, and I don't blame anybody.
You see Dench like visibly shudder at that one.
Eh,
Uh,
eh, Payne looks kind of around to everybody and uh, gives Amelia kind of a look, mischievous look, I think would be the right word, and says, "I've I've got too many stories to hear, too many stories to read, to to stay dead." And God, where is my head? I need a moment to pray. Thank Morden, and he'll take a moment to pray.
do you need help, Payne? And he'll try to see if he can help you up.
Shh, I'm praying. Shh.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
When
My apologies.
As ornery as ever.
when Payne was looking around at everybody, Lyra didn't seem. There was not a inkling of guilt on her face. You were like, I don't blame anybody, and she's just like, yeah, okay.
Wasn't my fucking fault.
Yeah, Dench would, yeah, probably like avoid eye contact a little bit, kind of like look down and, like I said, get that little shudder.
Okay. Well, I'll be right back then. Lyra's gonna go
Uh,
over to the high
but
priestess.
before you go, please,
Oh,
um, the the resurrections, I know they're very costly. Um, the high priestess performed this.
she did.
Yes, using one of the scrolls kept here. Lyra and Dench found the money for it.
Lyra looks down at her feet.
Well, Lyra did. I had pie.
Lyra, Lyra paid for my resurrection,
Oh, sort of. Yeah, kind of. My parents kind of did.
but they're you're in charge of the funds that paid for my resurrection.
Now Lyra shudders. Yeah.
Is
We
this a conversation we should have here or over some food? You
Yeah.
all look like your souls have been put through the ritual, not just pain.
it's
I'm
it's it's difficult. This it's kind of a I need to settle this quickly. It's a matter of honor, pride, maybe. Um, we have a rule among my people. The dwarves of Coldazar's Cradle. We don't owe a debt to a Hochi. Were were we closer to my home, I would get the money for you right away and pay you back. But given the circumstances, I think this is the best I can do. Um, Amelia, would you and High Priestess, perhaps, if I can get her attention?
She doesn't seem to hear you. She's got herself cut off from
Busy.
you guys.
Could you witness this for me, Amelia? This is important.
Of course.
Lyra Lee, Whisperwind, I, Painstoneback, pledge myself to your service. I shall assist you in your endeavors in any way I can until my debt is paid, determined by Amelia of Holden Glen. If that's acceptable, Amelia.
If Lyra would accept that, I'm willing to bear witness to that. She seems a little bit thrown off, but not in a like, this is horrible way, just in a whoa way.
I'm assuming everybody's looking at Lyra right now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, we should probably pay it back, so I accept. And she does weird shit with her hands because she doesn't know what the hell she's supposed to do.
As
right now.
soon as she says the word accept, as soon as the T syllable leaves her teeth, you guys see Pain's holy symbol kind of flare to life with this burst of energy that washes over all of you. Dench, Canis, Amelia, Lyra, and Pain. Pain, you guys would see his eyes kind of go completely almost molten red for a moment, and his head tilts back. Pain, you hear... Nobody else. You hear...
So then it is written.
And his eyes shift back. He blinks a couple of times, not entirely sure what just happened, besides what literally happened. And the holy symbol flickers a few times and then goes cold.
Oh, this was like a whole thing. I thought, okay.
Wow.
Pain will put a fist over his chest and amulet and go, and so it is written.
Well, that was dramatic.
Not
Canis,
expecting that.
where'd you run off to? Some savannah somewhere chasing monkeys, I assume? Tell me you caught one.
Bold of you to assume that I chase monkeys. No.
does, though.
I do not. Don't you start.
If you found one, you probably would.
No, they're way too climbing. Too good at climbing for that. Anyway,
Yes.
guess someone else wants attention.
High Priestess,
She kind of glances down at Canis and then back up at you. If we could maybe take all of your divine theatrics out of the church for today, I think that our parishioners have seen quite enough.
Yes, ma'am. I have one question for you, though. Is there any way that we could purchase, if you have them, Revivify scroll or two?
I believe we've some in stock. Let me just take a quick peek. Those I can sell you. She goes up towards the altar. She kind of waves you forward. She pulls a small satchel out, and she pulls scroll cases out, and she kind of looks up. Bless. Shield of Faith. Oh, there's one Revivify. One moment. Purify food and drink. Another Revivify. You said 2, or do you want me to keep looking?
I guess it depends on how much they cost, but yeah.
They're 500 gold apiece.
Okay. She looks super uncomfortable.
I'm
Um,
really sorry to
no.
have to charge you that. I gave you almost a 60% discount on the Raised Dead because
no,
it's
that-
another clergy member.
That's totally, yeah, no, I understand. I'll be paying the same way, so that's where my hesitation is coming from.
Your ledger did. I'm not to speak on your family's behalf, but it was quite a dense ledger. You can afford it.
I know. Yeah, I can hear my father's voice in my head. Yep, let's go ahead and do 2 of them.
2. Okay. The ledger, please.
She'll hand it over.
She takes the
She's
ledger.
very slow at first, like it's painful for her to hand it over, but she does.
She signs it, and then she takes the little. She's got like a little wax seal, and she seals the church's sigil into it, and she hands it back to you, and it has 3,500 gold remaining on it. And then she picks up the 2 scrolls of revivify and hands them over to you.
Thank you very much for not just this, but everything. Truly, thank you.
Of course, of course. Again, I'd love to have sold those to you for less, but with us taking the hit on the Raised Dead, I'm going to have to answer to the elders.
I understand. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Now, divine theatrics, maybe outside if you're going to continue to do them, please. I just,
Yeah,
the
no.
parishioners are nervous.
We're gonna head out. Thank you again very much. And then she'll take the ledger back, turn, and not realizing that Payne was right behind her, probably almost walk into him. Oh, why don't we go get you some food? I told my parents I'd stop by before we left anyway, so we can just go to my house.
Food sounds great.
Okay.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay. So Lyra leaves. What is everyone else doing? Canis leaves with her. Payne leaves with her.
She'd give Dench a nod as she walked past as well.
And Dench is kind of he's slumped a little bit, and he eventually kind of like wipes his eyes and stands up. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So where are the 4 of you going then? You're going to Lyra's family's estate? Is that what I was understanding, Candace?
Yeah. If Amelia said she would be right behind us, then we'd probably just wait for her outside.
Yeah.
She doesn't know where I live.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, that's a fair point.
Well, I suppose before we go anywhere, we might also want to get Payne some new clothes, perhaps. You were
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
you're a little bit kind of held together right now.
It is a little bit breezy and
Yeah.
dirty.
All right, Amelia, what are you doing?
It can probably just be sake of brevity. She's planning on thanking the high priestess, and would likely just ask for, one of the commonplace like blessings for travelers before she set out again, kind of thing.
Yeah, she'll say it was wonderful to see you, and I'm glad that we saw you this time in one piece. I'm sorry that was not the case for your friend, but I'm glad we were successful in bringing him back. May you go forth with bravery, compassion, and all the light of the celestial bodies which you are now sentinel to. May the stars guide your night, and the sun brighten your day. And she kind of nods to you.
And we'll just thank her again, and then quietly thank Celestian as well, for watching over them thus far. And we'll, go to the others.
Okay. All right, so you guys get outside.
Easy.
When you walk out the door, you get a look, like an eyebrows up look from Lyra, like you good?
Finch just nods. Yeah, yeah. I'm okay. I'm good. Better now, but I'm good.
Okay, so you guys are.
So-
Oh, sorry. You guys, you go.
I was-
You tell me where you guys want to go. Which one to do?
Yes, I would say. So, are we to your parents' house? Should we stop at a shop first on the way? So, I mean, it'd probably be better that we don't show up on your parents' doorstep. I mean, it was probably terrifying enough for them to see a half orc in their living room, let alone, Payne being half dead and tatters.
I mean, yeah, my dad's pretty open-minded. Oh, actually, Canis, that reminds me, Dench got to experience the fluffening. You would know that that refers to her bed.
Ah, yeah.
You call it the fluffening?
Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. It was a lot. It was way too much fluff in that bed.
I love it. It's the best spot.
He always disappears in it. I think more for Payne's sake than my parents, we should maybe get him some different clothes to wear.
Yeah.
Like I said, my dad. It's hard to surprise him except for when you actually surprise him. So.
Okay, and we can take a brevity that too. You guys can go over to the general goods store. They've got clothes that can be either quickly adjusted for or purchased. What are you guys looking for? Just like a set of traveler's clothes? I would assume Payne to make it easy to travel in. Or are you looking for something fancier?
No, I think that's what I have right now. So
Travelers.
a set of traveler's clothes would be perfect, and Payne will pay for that.
Okay, so it'll, again, for the sake of brevity, it'll cost you 2 gold. And that comes with
Easily
everything.
done.
Yeah, it's like, the breeches, the under breeches, the undershirt, the overshirt, ties for all of the little lacy bits, socks, we'll even say like an extra pair of socks, and, anything that would be needed for padding underneath your armor. So, yep, 2 gold. Okay. So you get suited up. I assume properly dispose of the absolutely shredded to fuck, bloodied scraps that you were wearing, and off you guys go to the Whisperwind estate.
The armor I was wearing, is that scrap now, or is it?
No, I'm not gonna scrap that. We'll say that it was still workable. I mean, what you lost most of, because you got hit, in the crotch, below the thigh, and then in the face, which was pretty much your death blow. So the armor's still fine.
Okay.
Probably needs to be cleaned, but. Okay, so you guys arrive at the Whisperwind estate.
All right. So as we get there, would I know what time my mom usually gets home?
Very late, and
okay,
it's
that's
like
not-
barely, noon
Noonish.
1.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, we don't have to be so quiet this time. Nobody should be sleeping. So just welcome to my house, everyone. And she'll step inside.
All right, so yeah, you guys can go on in. It's what you see is what you get. You know how it works here.
Payne,
Go ahead.
before you go in, and I'm gonna put some cure wounds into him until he stops looking like he does, so we're not bringing a half-dead dwarf in.
As I'm walking in, as she walks in there, I would go, Papa, I came back before I leave.
So there's like a moment or two of pause while the incantations are going outside, and then from around this corner, you see the little head of Lyra's dad. He kind of pops around with his blast goggles, and he pops them up on his head. Oh, Lily! And Canis.
And Canis
Hello.
and Dench.
Hey, the big guy. Oh, Dench, that's right. For some reason, I kept thinking your name was Lunch.
Oh, I get that a lot sometimes, more often than you'd believe. Thank you, sir. Yes, Stench is the name. Good morning again.
Ah, good morning to you. What do you need?
I brought more friends for you to meet.
Holy shit, people coming through my door. Oh, thank goodness your mother's not here. Wipe your feet outside, please.
I forgot to remind people of that.
Sorry.
Amelia just does the Midwestern shoes are by the door now. Zero hesitation.
Thank you.
She'd probably set her sword and shield and the other outside gross bits.
He's still holding. He's still just peeking out from the doorway. My goodness, Lily, your friends are so colorful in variation. You've a whole palette of experience and racial demographic. No offense. We love our stone carvers, and he literally points at Payne, and our tree growers, and Canas, of course, because who doesn't love a fluffy dog? Jackal.
Tree grower. Dench whispers this to Amelia. Who's the tree grower? Is that me?
It might be, but he means well.
You guys can see Lyra's ears because she's saying her ears are bright red.
Yeah, and you can see Finnick is sweating. He is very nervous by all these people in his house.
Papa, I was wondering if we could please have some food. She's trying to say it before he can say anything else.
Yeah, let me just go to the dining room. Let me take my apron off and change my underwear.
Thank you.
And he just disappears into his disappears into his lab.
Underwear. Please, everybody, while he changes his underwear, come over here.
Lyra, if it's an imposition for...
It's not an imposition. He's just lovingly awkward.
Amelia's gonna look to Dench.
Yeah, a little bit intense too. Yeah, and a little mildly racist.
He means well. Also, it's very funny. Now go inside.
It is a little bit.
All right, so you guys go in and sit down. There is food on the table. There's biscuits and stuff, fruit, veggies. But Lyra, you would hear the kitchen door kind of open, and you would hear a bunch of rustling around, and you'd hear a couple of pans fall and hit the ground. And in Gnomish, you hear, "Son of a biscuit bacon bastard!"
She would laugh. She'd look at that.
Actually, whoever else knows Gnomish, there's a few of you, I guess.
Kane.
I don't know what he said, but it sounded adorable.
You said there was the sound of crashing things, though?
Yeah, the sound of pans hitting the floor.
I think Amelia, who's half sitting.
Amelia, sit down.
Yeah, Lyra and Kane is completely unfazed.
I think Dench might have half sat up, but then kind of remembered where he was again, sat back down too.
So you guys hear the door kind of creak back open, and you already hear the sound in Gnomish again. You'd hear, "Son of a blood-based baking bastard, fuck." And he switches to common when he walks to the door. "Okay, lots of delicious food. Lots and lots of delicious food." And he just starts putting bowls of what looks like leftovers onto the table. There's some beef stew. There are different bowls of vegetables that have been clearly cut, and then there's only half of it there, just kind of exposed, half a cucumber, not wrapped in anything, just there. Some strawberries, and then he puts this big bowl of whipped honey butter, and he kind of pushes it until it hits the biscuits that are already on the table. "Okay, the butter's warm, but it's totally safe to eat. I ate it all night. I'm fine. That's not why I had to change my underwear. I meant to do that last night and just didn't have a chance."
Okay, Papa.
Okay, just wanted to make sure your friends didn't think anything weird about the honey butter.
Let's stop talking about your underwear.
Okay.
So, the reason that I had to borrow yesterday is, and she'll point to Payne, So thank you, because it was.
You're sending him to a proper college.
No, we had to bring him back.
Oh, the dead one. Hey, congratulations. Welcome back to the realm of life.
Thank you. Thank you.
I heard that, Tink.
I'd like to think that was Canis laughing.
That was definitely my wife.
That was so good.
Like,
we heard her
I was
laughing.
I was gonna start saying something, and then I was like, no, Pain would be like.
Okay. Well,
we did have to spend a tiny bit more just to make sure we actually make it back.
Well, as long as you didn't spend everything, because then I'll have a lot of explaining to do to your mother.
No, not everything. She is wiggling in her seat. She's gonna put the ledger on the table. I don't want to carry this with me when I leave, so.
Oh, okay. He reaches over and kind of pulls it over to him, and he doesn't even look at it. He just puts it in his coat pocket. Or his apron pocket.
Anybody who's paying attention would see that she was waiting to see if he was gonna open it or not. And when he just puts it in his pocket, she kind of breathes a sigh of relief. But we'll make sure that that everything gets put back. We'll make sure.
Okay, no problem. I mean, even if you don't and we lose the estate, we'll just live on the streets. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be an adventure that your mother will hate.
She would hate it a lot, actually. Where is she working today? I feel like I should see her before I leave.
Actually, she's with... No,
Yes, we
you
do
don't.
business.
Well, you can't. She's with private clients today. Actually, in the Emerald Tower, if I'm not mistaken. Emissaries from... He pulls out another pocketbook and he starts flipping through pages. Emissaries from... Oh, looks like Port Eldranis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I was hoping I could tell her, my study is kind of, I must have some kind of, I don't know, innate type of, I feel like I do some of her magic, too.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell her. But
Well, you can't, because she's working.
yeah.
She gotta make money, make money, and you spend it. So remember that. Don't be upset with her. She's working for you, kiddo.
I'm not upset.
You know what you should have done is you should have stopped somewhere and gotten yourself one of those little fancy scrolls that allow you to send messages over long distances, and then you could have just sent her a message.
Yeah, I'm trying to not spend too much, though.
Is that a thing? You can do that?
Oh, yes.
I'll be able to do it on my own soon, but not quite yet.
Might come in handy, yeah.
But I wanted you to get to meet everybody before we left. We're probably going to be leaving pretty soon. She'll look around at the rest of the group.
Who the hell's she? And he points at Amelia.
That's Amelia. She's a newborn paladin.
A newborn what now?
Paladin.
They're born that way?
I don't know how it works.
Amelia laughs. It's more my profession, I suppose. But yes, my name's Amelia. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you for your hospitality.
So, he kind of leans over towards, he kind of leans across the table to Lyra and he switches to Gnomish and he just goes, so she's a professional newborn paladin. That's how these things work with these people?
So from what I understand, whatever god they believe in tells them that they are paladin.
No,
But they have
Lily,
to be-
I'm not stupid. I know what a paladin is, but you said newborn. I'm trying to figure out where the baby comes into play.
I don't know. She just didn't know until we told her. It was really weird.
Oh.
Basically, she's just a new paladin, essentially.
He kind of looks over at Canis, puts his hand on the table, and just goes, oh. And he looks back over at her. Okay. And then he switches to common. Well, congratulations on your zealotry. No, not zealotry. Religious authority, excuse me.
Paladinism. Yes.
Paladinism? That sounds even worse than zealotry.
Does it?
I thank you. And
You're
there's
welcome.
such a clear question mark at the end.
You are more than welcome. Now, eat up, Paladin. Or do you prefer to be called newborn?
Amelia's fine.
Ah, Amelia. Okay, fair enough. Eat up, Amelia. There's butter there. Doesn't make you shit yourself, I promise. And fresh biscuits. Well, fresh as of last night. Last night biscuits.
Smells and looks delicious. Thank you. And I'm gonna make sure that Payne's eating and not being all awkwardly post.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, like Lyra is literally just putting food in front of Payne. If he doesn't eat something, she puts something else in front of him. She clearly picked this up from her father.
The Payne would be focused on like the stew and the broth and little bits of bread, stuff like that. Something, not chunks of meat.
Canis at first doesn't like eat anything. Instead, he like lies down and then, almost out of habit, he thinks, and then he like looks around and then goes, "Oh, right, that doesn't." And then he goes and sits and grabs something.
Yeah, and then Lyra would be eating too.
Yeah, he goes about his business too. He's grabbing little bits and pieces and popping it in, and he just kind of stays awkwardly quiet, kind of looking around. And
yeah, so we've got what was it, 4 days of travel? Is that right? To get back to where we're going?
Yeah, that's about right. We managed to make it back here pretty quickly, but yeah, 4 days back.
Okay, well, be safe. Don't get yourself killed.
Probably have to, we'll try not to. Well, I mean, before we go, we'll probably have to restock again. But yeah.
Payne's eyebrows went up a little bit at that, kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say, so just so that you know, we're going out west. So,
Where?
Uh,
There's nothing out west. Are you going to Durin more? No, you told me already. You went to the Inlet of Ankmir, didn't
yeah.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We have to go back.
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun. Are you gonna go back for round 2 with your... And he switches to Gnomish. Dead, not so dead friend?
Oh, he speaks Gnomish, Papa.
Oh, well, you should have fucking told me. Sorry, no offense. And then he switches to common. I get ahead of myself sometimes. I'm not used to... I should have figured you're an underground person just like me.
Yeah, he's from the craters out there, actually.
You're a crater boy? Crater person? Crater people? Crater critter.
Is her in Gnomish?
No. This is all in common now.
Okay. Figuring out what I can take notes on.
apparently we're called a lot of things, but I'll just say yes.
Which crater?
The deep round one out northwest from here.
Oh, a smartass. That's probably what got him killed, I'm assuming.
He's from the deepest round one, apparently.
The deepest round one. Nice flex.
Well, I could tell you which one, sort of, but I mean, would it make a difference?
Maybe. I'm not as young as I look.
Sorry. Lyra didn't laugh. Kevin's just ruining me.
Making great expressions.
So,
Dent just is struggling to hold it in when he's making that face. It's like laughing into his bread.
So yeah, we'll probably, we'll head out soon. You know, I didn't think about potions, guys. We should probably make sure that we've got enough of those too, because I know we used a couple, but, we're going to try to do this smart, and hopefully it won't be as crazy. Hopefully we took out at least some of them.
Some of what, by the way? You only said some. What did you tell me? That
They
you
were like fishmen. They were would I have known what those were? I didn't actually think
never
about
asked.
them.
Make a
Fishmen?
make a make a nature check.
16.
Yeah, they were called Sawagan. They're like very, very fucking evil shoreline, typically fish people, like in the muck fish people. Not merfolk.
Right. They're they're called this Sawagan. Does that sound right? That sounds wrong.
Yeah, you might as well just call them fish people. That's pretty much what they are. If it was Sawagan.
I think it was. It just sounds wrong. You know how sometimes you say a word and it sounds wrong? It sounds wrong.
Then call them fucking fish people,
It
Lily.
was the evil fishmen from the muck.
Yeah, Sawagan.
Yeah, Sawagan. Just
See?
but that's
Well,
what it was.
I mean, they may or may not have been evil. They were possibly under the influence of some kind of, I don't know, magic crazy rock. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably something
you-
I shouldn't know about.
Yeah,
shouldn't know about? Yeah, probably.
should.
No, no, shouldn't. I said shouldn't.
Well, what you should know though is that that's part of what we're investigating.
Don't need to know any of that,
only
because if some crazy thing comes and steals me away in the night and interrogates me, I'll tell him everything. I'll break easy, Lily. I break real
If
easy.
anybody brings you glowing green rocks, don't touch them. That's why I'm telling you.
I wouldn't touch glowing green rocks
But
anyways.
people bring you weird shit all the time, so I just
Never
wanna make
anything
sure.
glowing. I make
but
them
if it was
glow by
glowing-
mixing things.
If it was glowing though, you're telling me you wouldn't be interested.
Not if it was just glowing out in the open. No. It's probably got some sort of weird radiation on it. You shouldn't touch it.
Yes,
That's like
it's
rule number
radiation.
1 of tinkering.
Yes, don't touch the glowing green rocks. Yeah. All right, so we're going to leave soon.
You've said that 4 times now. When are you leaving? I have work to do.
Okay.
What are you working on, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm working on all sorts of stuff. Actually, right now I'm working on a small robotic claw for a gentleman who lost his index finger in a poker game. He came from Cogbach to seek me out, and actually, shoot, I haven't seen him in a couple weeks. I should probably make sure he's still here. Oh, I'm gonna be so angry if I have to go all the way to Cogbach to kick his ass. Anyways, that's what I was working on.
That's very terrifying and interesting. All right.
Yeah. It's got a medical infusion slot. So if you have it embedded into the bone of the finger, the nerves in the finger should actually connect to it, and through the gems and arcane. Oh, I just realized I had this problem. It was called the scratch my itch conundrum. And when I was trying it out, the finger wouldn't stop flicking over and over and over and over and over. I had an itch on my back I couldn't reach. It was reading my nerves. Ah! He gets up, jumps down from the table, and walks out of the room. I'll be right back. I've got to take notes.
Okay, bye.
So that's my dad.
What do you think that guy poked that made him lose his finger?
Poked
Like-
her. I don't know. A person, I assume.
Poked. Maybe a Sahuagin.
I mean, sometimes it's not what you're poking, it's like what you're doing. Like there are explosions and all kinds of things.
Well, if he's very busy, as he said, are we looking at getting back on the road today?
We should. We need to do it sooner than later because we need to pay this back very quickly.
Yeah, we don't want to leave all that shit out there in the open as long as short a time we can.
We will need to pick up a few supplies to replace what we've used on the
Oh.
previous trip.
that reminds me. Take this, and she's gonna hand a Revivify scroll to Pain and a Revivify scroll to Amelia. I cannot use it. I will fuck this up. If we are taking a note of people who are able to use the scroll, do not put me on it.
Well, do you
Probably
need
not me
anything?
either.
Do you need anything special for it, or you just read the scroll and it happens, or do you need
gotta
like?
believe in a god usually.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can try it. I could try it, but the
Well,
likelihood of it succeeding is way less than those two.
I just meant like because you needed a pearl for your one of your magic tricks. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean tricks. One of your magic things. So I didn't know if you needed like a stick from a tree that's been burned for 3
Oh.
days or something like that. I don't know.
No. So if you okay, so they put the science in the paper for scrolls. So like the ink that they used to write the scroll has diamond infused into it, and it's enough of it that you don't need the actual component. You just need the scroll.
All right. Well, good then. Beautiful. Okay.
So hopefully we won't need to use those, and hopefully we retire with those in our pockets.
Amelia is going to, when you handed it, she takes it almost reverently and very hesitantly, but then she is going to unfurl it and just make sure that the words actually make sense and see
Just
if
don't read it out
she
loud. Read every
would
other
be
word.
able to. She's not casting it. There's no will behind it. But she has no idea. I don't remember how trying to cast a spell from a scroll that's above a level you can currently cast, even if it's on your list.
Yep. So you
I don't
can
know how it works.
you can read it. It is. I mean, you understand all of the divine language that is scripted into it. However, because it is not of a spell level you can cast, there is a chance for it to fail for sure. Same thing with Pain. If Pain takes a look at it, he understands the syllables, but because it is not of the divine level he has been given, it will. There is a small chance it fails. Everybody in this group right now has a small chance of failure. However, the divine people whose spell list it is on have a much lesser chance of it failing because you know the divine syllables and the arcane people do not.
Yeah, there's too many accents in your guys' and like lots of tongue rolling. It's just awkward spots.
I've witnessed this performed before. I'm not certain I could do so successfully if I were to attempt it.
Not with that mindset.
Damn right, not with that mindset. You guys look over and realize he has just appeared back in his seat. Like, nobody saw him walk in. You should, as a person of faith and authority, you should have more confidence in yourself. I guarantee you can read that no problem when Lily's on the ground with her head separated from her body. You just push her head back together, read that, and whoop! She's back together in no time.
Mira's eyes got really big as he was speaking.
I would much rather that not come to that.
Oh, okay. Well, then do your job while she's alive, and you won't have to worry about that.
I will do my
Don't
best,
try.
sir.
You too. And he glances over the table at Pain.
I absolutely will, sir.
You too. And he looks at Canis and scowls.
I wasn't around.
He switches to.
I will try though.
He switches
says
over
Gnomish.
to. Yeah, he switches to Gnomish and he literally puts his finger and just boops you on the snoot and he just goes, "You are a sworn protector of our family. You shouldn't have let her get in any trouble in the first place. If she didn't have to worry about somebody else might not have died."
I tried, but I got put in a magical pocket dimension of some kind and couldn't get out.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, what pocket dimension? Who the hell were you talking to?
Yeah, what were you doing while you were gone?
Mainly lazing around, eating food, and then learning how to speak 2 languages.
What?
You couldn't do that here. That's pretty much what you do here. Minus
I
the
was-
languages.
Waiting to come back. It's not like I could will myself back.
he switches to common, and he kind of leans back in his seat with his head back and goes, "Ah, for fuck's sake. Temet knew you sent me this! You sent my sweet, sweet Pat this."
Lyra will pat Canis on the head.
I mean, in defense of
That's
Canis,
on you, Pep loved me.
He's a fantastic hunter. We'd make a great hunting team, and he does a great job protecting Lyra.
Well, yeah, when he's here, he just said that. Oh, yeah, you guys don't all speak.
We don't know what happened there. Yeah, we don't know what happened there.
And also there was like a weird magical thing in one of the houses we were in that he like saw somehow and bit onto. So he was trying.
That he's an arcane construct, Lily. He's a familiar. He can see the weave.
He bit the weave.
Yeah. Oh, that maybe not such a great idea. You don't want to jump on that gravy train.
Oh, maybe you got put in timeout for biting the weave. I bet that's what happened. That makes
Possibly,
sense.
possibly. Don't
Could
sniff
be.
sniff
But
the
that was a very
weave.
delayed punishment.
Sniff the weave. Taste the weave. Don't ride the weave. Okay, Canis?
I wasn't, but I will not as well.
Well said. All right. Did everyone have enough to eat?
I am famished. And he grabs another biscuit and puts it in a pocket. I mean, full. Not famished. Full.
Later. I know you have work
Pocket
to do, Papa.
biscuit.
Thank you.
I do. I have a lot of work to do. I got all sorts of... Lots of work to do in my study.
If I can ask, sir, is there any kind of special component you're looking for that we can probably keep an eye out while we're out and about? Maybe to kind of, help you out.
That was really polite.
Not in particular, but I have been searching for a chunk or two of adamantine. If you happen to come across it at some point in time, I would be interested because I could use it to melt down if I can just get the fucking forge to work the right way. But if I can melt it down, I can put it into braiding along the lines of another project I'm working on to give it enhanced durability. Akin to magic, but not quite. You'll know it if you see it. It kind of looks like iron, but it glows green. You people don't really like that thing right now, do you?
Oh, we have our eyes out for it at least.
Okay, well, there you go.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a very distinct difference between this stuff and what, yeah.
I'm sure. I hope.
We'll keep an eye out. But sorry, I don't want to rush anyone. Did everybody eat enough? Payne, are you good?
I think yes, I am fine.
Canis, you've never eaten enough, so we'll just get you more food. Amelia?
I'm good, thank you.
And Dench.
I'm good. We don't have to spend any more time in your father's hair. Thank you for your hospitality, sir. Appreciate it.
You are always welcome here. All 5 of you. Well, as long as Lily's mother isn't home. She is very busy. And she's our breadwinner, so.
So Lyra will stand up and grab grab a biscuit and put it in her pocket like her dad did. Okay, then I think we're gonna go.
All
Let's go
right.
shopping.
All right, Lily. Take care. All of you, take care of her. If she comes back dead, I will figure a way out to bring her back from the
sir.
under.
We won't.
Confidence.
We won't let it happen.
See, now, if you used 1/10 of the confidence you just used in casting that Revivify scroll, you'll never have to worry about anything again.
He has a point, I think.
I think so too.
I have all the faith in Celestian's will, but I also don't want to overreach.
Well, like I told you, you have to believe that you're worth it. If you don't believe you're worth it, why should Celestian?
Admirable words, but it's not a lack of self-confidence.
That's literally okay.
All right, let's get out your father's hair, and yeah, we can have this conversation on the road for sure.
All right, so you guys all
Good day, sir.
you guys all start to walk out, and Lyra kind of Finnick reaches in for a big hug.
Yeah, she'll hug him back, and once everybody's like out the door, assuming everybody walks out the door.
I am getting my gear and my shoes and everything else before I go.
Sure, yeah. Good call.
Just making that note.
But once everybody is outside, Lyra will say, Papa, remember how last night you and Dench were talking about firearms?
I mean, I remember me bringing it up and him saying that he didn't really, do that, and it wasn't his path, and when it finds him, it finds him. I remember that.
I would like it to help. I'd like to help it find him a little faster. And
Okay.
I'd love for him to carry one of your firearms at some point, if you have time. I know you're really busy, but if you have time to make one, that way when he's ready, he'll have options.
Oh. Okay.
I'll pay you for it, so that you can
Well, no, I'll just add it. I'll just take it out of the ledger, since I don't really. I know you can't really afford to pay for anything right now. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
It's not a rush. I'm hoping we'll find a whole bunch of money.
Here's the thing that you need to understand, Lily. Somebody who says that they're not ready to wield something, maybe there's a reason for that, and it's like, do you remember when Pat near the end said he didn't want to partake in the bottle anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you don't force the bottle on somebody who's an alcoholic. So if there's something wrong with the gun and he's not ready for it, then you shouldn't force it on him.
I don't want to force it on him. I just don't know where the other one is, and when he's ready, I want him to have something. That's why I said it's not a rush.
Okay, all right.
Maybe you're right. I'll let you know. Maybe
Okay,
don't start on it yet.
yeah. He's your friend.
Don't start on it yet.
Okay,
fine.
I'm gonna go finish the flicking finger.
Okay.
He's gonna be so happy.
And she,
Okay, well, don't shit yourself again.
Okay, you guys would hear as Canis is walking out in Gnomish. So the few of you'd hear the word Canis in common, followed by a string of, "I didn't shit myself. I told you I didn't shit myself. It had nothing to do with the butter or the biscuits from last night. Don't you shut that fucking door on me, dog!" And then he opens the door and slams it. And then he opens it again and says, "Bye, good luck," and then closes it really gently.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Is
let's go.
everything okay? Looks towards
Yeah.
Canis.
Just a gnomish goodbye.
Lyra just shrugs.
With the door, of course. I will remember that. And she
Good,
takes
sure.
it. It's very obvious that she takes it completely at face value.
Canis will not fix this issue.
Yeah, he's a very intense person from my brief encounters with him. Very, very interesting man.
He is very passionate about a lot of things. Where should we go? She's clearly trying to move us along away from her house.
Well,
So,
we
supplies.
should. Yeah, we need to get supplies. We need to pick up Pearl and then probably be on our way. What you said it's about a day to get out of the woods from Willow Hollow?
Yeah, so a day from Willow Hollow to the edge of the woods, and then a day from there to the far side of the bridge.
Give me just a sec, and she'll pull out her notebook. You guys see her writing in often. Writes something down, rips a page out, and runs inside. And Xavier will send you a message on that later.
Okay.
When Lyra comes out of the house, Payne's going to have his money purse for her, and he's going to hand her the purse. This isn't all I have, but we're going shopping, and one, the party needs it, two, I owe it to you, and 30 gold.
Are you, I mean, I know you did the whole swearing thing. Do you want to wait till after we shop?
No,
For stuff you need?
use it for whatever we need.
Oh, okay.
It's,
All right.
I have a little bit in my pocket still, but that's at least a start.
Okay, so Lyra add 30, Pain remove 30.
Yep.
And, okay, so obviously you guys are here. Where are you going and what are you trying to buy? I can abbreviate probably a lot of this.
I can paste most of the... So there's mostly mundane items I can post into chat because we've got the list, so...
Okay, give me one moment. If you give me the list and how much you're looking for, I will just give you a price on it.
The potions is the... You can see our... my comedic note in there as well. Potions are the only thing we're not likely to be able to afford. Everything else is...
Okay, but what potions? Because
one-offs.
that's really...
Healing.
Okay, what
just
size?
Healing potions. Basic. And then I don't know how many days of feed for Pearl we're going to need. I don't remember how much we had to start.
I think we got like 14 days of feed for her. That
We were figuring 5 days there, 5 days back, but rounded up to a week there, a week back.
Yeah, we're down to 8 days.
Okay, so yeah, the 6 days of feed for Pearl, and then everything else is just one-off things, salts, whatever's appropriate for being able to do jerky stuff, and the thing that we had the problem with on the road.
Okay, you want like pounds of salt?
I'm assuming that's what's actually needed.
How much rope do you want and what quality?
Maybe like probably
Just
like 50
basic.
would
Yep.
probably work. Yeah, 50 foot rope.
Standard coil.
Yeah. Hempen rope probably. Yeah. Don't need that any of that fancy elvish rope or anything like that.
And how many pounds of salt are you looking for?
I don't know how far it goes.
Yeah, how much would it take to, like, I don't know.
It's like a
50 pounds of meat.
Probably 100 pounds of salt. It's like 2 to 1 because you're gonna have to pull the salt out once most of the moisture's been pulled out, and then resalt it.
I don't know that we used much salt last time. I think I would keep it light and...
Well, we had to get rid of some meat too, but we might not have the time, so we may have to just scrap that, keep it as a future thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and making jerky, unless you get really lucky, takes a long time. And you have to be in a pretty dry environment.
So I think as long as we can cook the meat, like with like the pots and pans and such, like actually cookware, I think that'll probably make up for the salt, probably. Though I assume like spices and whatnot, there'd be probably like salt in there, just like, you know, to not to cure things, but salt is necessary, is what I'm saying. In the whole eating process.
All right. So you guys want like 1 pound of salt. Okay. A lot of specific things, and you guys need no rations, correct?
I mean, I don't think we barely dipped into our rations Actually, we don't have.
On the way back, I think we used.
Nope,
we
they're in
used
my
some of that meat.
inventory. 1 second.
Oh, they're in
I
your
believe so.
inventory. That's why.
Yep. No, they're not in my.
Oh, that's right, because we parked Pearl and then took off some stuff from there. Yeah.
They are not in mine, so I'm not sure actually where they are ration wise.
I think we used them.
We did not use all of them.
Let's just pick up some.
Oh,
rations
I have
to
them.
be
I have
safe.
them in mine. I have them in my backpack. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have 17 rations in my backpack. So they'd go back onto Pearl. I'm sorry, I totally forgot I grabbed them. I thought you had.
Yep.
Oh, and I do actually have 10 feet of hempen rope. Sorry, 50 feet of hempen rope. It's 10 pounds. So we don't really need rope.
Okay, so no rope now. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so here's what I have for you guys then. The cook pot is 1 gold. That's cook's utensils. It comes with a cook pot, a very, very small, cheap grill, a couple of tongs, spoons, things like that. The net is 1 gold, and the shovel is 2 gold, so that's 4 gold. The feed for 6 days is 2 silver, 5 copper. So that's 4 gold, 2 silver, 5 copper. And then the pound of salt is 5 silver. So that's going to be 4 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper. And if you want to buy healing potions, they are 50 gold apiece. Just let me know how many you want.
What was the total you said for everything before the healing potions?
So now, mind you, this does not include rope, but everything else. So 4 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper, not including potions.
Okay, perfect. If we throw in the... we have enough for the basic gear just in kind of that party silver. But then potions, that's on other people. I definitely don't have enough for it. Speaking out of character for sake of brevity on that.
I'm adding 12 to that pot, so I think Candace, you said you had 49.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I'll add 12 to that, so we can probably get a potion.
Well, I have one potion.
I'll just hand Lyra my 12 gold, by the way. Just take it.
Oh, okay.
Just so we have it all in one pot, really. Yeah.
Okay.
And
does anybody have potions before we... I have one.
I have one.
All I got is a healer's kit.
Okay.
I don't have any of that. The basic healing kit, how much was that? Do you remember?
50. Oh, wait, did you say healer's kit or healer's
Healer's
potion?
kit.
Oh, healer's kit. I don't,
Yep.
We have 2 of them right now. Dench, I believe, has one, and I have one.
Yeah, you guys paid 5 gold apiece for them.
Yeah, in my inventory it says 5 gold. Yeah.
Disregard if we have 2.
Okay, just for clarification, are you guys buying all of the mundane stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so who is subtracting 4 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper?
I can subtract it from the party inventory from the silver we got before. So I'll remove that.
Okay, so yeah, subtract 47 silver, 5 copper. And that will get you guys 1 set of... just somebody take note and add it in. 1 set of cook's utensils. You can add 6 days of feed to Pearl. 1 pound of salt. 1 net, and 1 shovel.
The net would get proudly presented to Dench once it's purchased. by Lyra.
Oh, Lyra, you didn't have to do that. Probably could have fixed mine for half the price, but thank you.
I did. I owed you a net. Sorry about that.
Well, I appreciate it. It fed us well for several days, so thank you.
Okay, and who is buying healing potions, or should we move on from that?
Do we want to buy one more? We have 2. I'm okay with doing it if we want to. I just don't want to do it if we're not all on board.
I think it's probably good to have more rather than less.
If it's going to use up all of our cash, I don't know. I'm not sure.
You should still have some left over.
We've seen too many instances where
Papa
Payne
always
and I
says,
have both fallen.
yeah, and Papa always says you can't take it with you. So if we buy the potion now, we're more likely to get the 100 gold payout after, which is 20 gold each. I'd rather survive and collect that than die with 49 gold in my pocket.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Lyra, subtract 50 gold from your, because you've got like a collective inventory, right? Or a collective.
I'm gonna take 10 silver out of the party, and then all of my 49 gold.
Okay, there you go. So all 49 gold gone, 10 silver out of party inventory, which equals the 50, and you can, whoever is carrying it, one person add 1 standard healing potion.
Did Lyra actually take my Dench's 12 gold, or was...
Oh, that's true, yeah. So I'll still have some gold.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get that squared away to see who's gonna do what, because we've got multiple people handling multiple inventories
So
here.
I have 12 gold left at this point. I literally just
And
have
you're,
one bench
but
to-
my point is you're still taking the 10 from party
Yes.
silver.
Yep.
Okay, understood. Got it. Thank you.
Because I had already done it. Okay. So who wants to carry this? I feel like maybe Dench should.
Carry what? The
This
potion?
She'll hand it over.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Sure.
Okay. All right. I don't know if we can be more prepared at this point, and I don't want to tarry too long. What time is it at this point, Xavier?
At this point, we're looking at probably 11:45, 12:45, so probably like close to 2 in the afternoon. Like, yeah, you guys have taken a long time to do all this stuff.
Yeah. We could probably get about halfway through the wood before we need to bed down, I think, if we leave right now.
Okay. Let's go then.
Okay, does any of the other party members want to do anything? Okay. Then, I'll pull you guys to the world map.
Are we good to move stuff from personal inventory back to the cart inventory then? And were there any problems with the cart when we got back to it?
Nope, no problems with the cart. Actually, it was in better repair than when you left. The wheels had been polished, everything in the back had been kind of tightened down. Pearl looks like she is not on the verge of exhaustion after you guys force-marched her for 12 hours. So yeah, it looks okay.
Yeah, Dench spends extra time, like, kind of like, you know, patting her down and giving her a little bit of feed from the bag and such. And all right, let's roll out, bro. You did a good job yesterday.
And you guys have gotten to know her personality now. She is a really, really chilled nag. She just bounces back. She's like, yeah, we had to fucking hoof it. Well, you guys didn't have to hoof it. I had to hoof it. But, you know, she just kind of like, hey, thanks for the oats. All right, we ready to do this thing? Let's roll. Hook me up. Okay.
Can't wait to be able to cast like some kind of speak with animals, so I can talk to Pearl.
Oh, hell yeah. I got a whole thing. I mean, you guys know I love my animals. Joseph spoke fucking volumes. All right, so you guys travel. I'm just going to put a little circle on the map to kind of pinpoint where we are at. So you guys are going to head out. So it's 2. So 2. So you guys could travel technically your day, because that would technically bring you to midnight. It would just mean a little bit later start in the morning if you wanted to get to the edge of the woods. And I will tell you this, you guys have on my random encounter charts that I roll for Willow Hollow Woodlands, you guys rolled free pass, which means you have absolutely zero issue, and the path opens the entire way. It's just a matter of foot marching it. So if you guys want, you can progress to that point and just wake up a couple hours later in the morning so that everybody gets their full rest, but that's, you guys let me know what you want to do.
Well, I suppose knowing that it's safe in these woods here, we could probably march through, through to the end of the woods, but it's up to you folk. If you want to bed down in the woods, or if you want to bed down somewhere where you know it's safe, or would you rather just make it out?
If we're taking a list of names of people who should make that decision, don't put me on it.
I mean, you guys didn't complete what we set out to do last time, correct? So I don't think we should leave it, so we should probably move as far as we can.
Agreed, yeah.
We would rather have clear sight of the stars before we stop.
Okay.
What say you,
Pain. I see that look.
Pain, I'm assuming we've been marching. Pain's like, yeah, I'm good. Let's get to the.
Get
Now,
on
you
the
know
cart.
what? Hey, get on the car. What the
Get on
fuck
the
are you
cart.
doing walking? Get on the car.
Jeez, no,
Get-
no. I've
You
gotta
named
get back
this
in.
damn
I've got
thing
4 days to
Pearl.
get back in shape.
You
We're doing
only-
this, and he keeps.
Get on the cart, Payne. Get on the cart.
Oh, okay.
Amelia is going to just say in Dwarven or in Dwarvish to Payne, it does no good to push yourself to exhaustion if that means dropping before you're able to complete your given word.
Translation: don't kill yourself before you pay us back.
I mean, yes, that, but also just please don't kill yourself again. You didn't kill yourself last time, but don't kill yourself. We don't want you to die.
I'm not gonna die from marching, but I understand.
I've seen it. It can happen.
Resurrection
To a
sickness
dwarf?
is no joke.
Oh, no.
If you don't want to ride on the cart, I could summon Tensor's disc.
I'm riding on the cart.
Okay. Nobody wants the disc. That's fine.
That disc would be helpful to give Pearl a break for that last hour or so, to take some of perhaps her feet to make space for Pain. It would be a useful, very useful. And Amelia is doing everything she can to say, yes, please do your spell that you're so proud of.
How long does your disc last?
It's an hour at a time, but it probably could only carry Pain because of the amount of space that's on it. It's fine. We'll just.
Well, I've never seen this. I've never seen this disc in action, so I think, yeah, let it rock for a last hour or so. I think. I mean, what could it hurt?
Okay. Lyra's face lights up when everybody's like, yeah, cast the spell, except for Canis. But
Okay, now you will have to stop for 10 minutes to do the ritual to summon it.
do you guys want to wait 10 minutes? We don't have to do this
Yeah,
right now.
we
It
can
won't
take-
be
we can take-
fine.
10 minutes.
We can take a quick break. It's fine.
Okay. So she'll set up the ritual. And Dench, you've seen her do this. But she'll set up the ritual, and then 10 minutes go by, and as she's casting the ritual, she's drawing sigils in the air, and again that the bars show up, like the musical bars show up, and yeah, what, Cat?
Sorry, before you get too far into your ritual, I do want to say Amelia is going to keep watch during this ritual, to make sure that nothing disturbs her tensoring.
Canis as well.
You hear nothing in the woods, not even the sound of... I'm just kidding. It's fucking normal. You guys are fine.
There's a crazy stone
I
right
will
here. Who knew?
Go to Georgia and
Come on down!
It's probably nicer down here than it is up there right now.
that's not a high bar.
So yeah, so then at the end of the ritual there will be like a musical like boom, and then there's a, I guess the way that I envisioned it, correct me if I'm wrong in my understanding, but it's kind of like a clear, or I guess see-through there.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
I don't even have to explain anything. That is exactly what I was envisioning too. That's perfect.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
like this
it'll be
this
more
literally like this little disc of energy. Now it obviously doesn't have a bunch of coins and shit sitting on top of it, but it's only about 3 foot diameter, so it's not even enough for like a sack of oats to sit on. But if you put Pain on it, he could it's kind of like getting on a goofy looking hoverboard, and it kind of has this spiral of magic that floats up about 3 feet off the ground and kind of wobbles ever so slightly, but always keeps itself upright. So yeah, she finishes it and it just kind of spins into existence and just hovers there.
Pain will definitely inspect it, you know, give it the good look, give it a good tap, and it's 3 feet up.
Yeah, about 3 feet up. I believe, right? It says it hovers 3 feet off the ground. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He kind of looks.
Climb up from the
it's-
cart.
Dench? could you give me
Oh,
a knee?
yeah, I got you. Yeah, he'll kind of crouch down and like interlock his fingers for you to step onto and like kind of hoist you up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Pain will just assume a kind of sitting meditative kind of position.
Yeah, so as you kind of sit on it, it is the most stable, magically floating disc, possibly the only magical floating disc you've ever sat on. And it is it's wonderful. I mean, it just kind of hovers. As you sit on it, it kind of puts it into motion, and you do like a singular 360 spin before it kind of comes to a rest. And then as Lyra begins to move away from it, there is kind of like a tug. You see like Lyra kind of like, suddenly like forward, and the disc kind of like lurches forward, and it follows perfectly behind her at 10 feet at all times. It's like she's got a leash on it. It's 10 feet, right?
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Okay.
Lyra would
That
give like
is
a little
amazing.
like flourish and like a bow.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tenster's floating disc.
Good job.
Very nice. Very well done.
Is it comfy?
It feels like a... Yes.
That's enough for her. She seems happy.
All right.
These butt divots.
Yeah. And it constantly vibrates with the hum of arcane magic, so your ass is just jiggling the whole time. So get used to that. I had to make it stupid. I'm so sorry. So you guys get to the edge of Willow Hollow Wood. And as you get to the edge, again, last hour or so of your walk, Lyra kind of comes to the end, and the spiral kind of spins backwards and vanishes into the ground in a kind of like a blast of blue sparkles. And Pain, you come to a rest on your feet, and you guys find yourselves at the first resting spot, very near where you were. In fact, you still see the fire, the remnants of the fire that you guys left, because this is the same exact exit. So
It
Might as well
still
use the same
smells like burnt goat. Sorry.
Yeah, that smells hard to get out. It's all right. We got the proper tools now. I think we're good. We're good now.
Okay, so for the sake of brevity, I am not going to have you guys roll anything, just like the first time you guys were in Willow Hollow Wood, because there are guards actively watching and patrolling in the trees above you. Same thing once we get to the gate. There won't be any necessary rolls there unless anybody's being highly concerned about the random people who might be hanging there. But for the sake of brevity, you guys go through the night. Does anybody have or need any roleplay opportunity at this point? I don't want to force anybody along. Okay.
Now I'm gonna get back to the fish people.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would like
think
a moment with Lyra.
yeah, Dench would want a moment with Pain too.
Okay. All right. Understood. So, night one. Why don't we go ahead and we'll just say for the sake of brevity, since Canis said it first, Lyra and Canis, why don't you go ahead? We'll say that you're taking watch together because you haven't been together in, 5-6 days, and this is your first like actual night together. So you two go ahead, take first watch.
So, how are you holding up?
Well, do you want like the really nice version of what I was gonna say, or the actual version of what I was gonna say?
Since when do I ever ask for a nice version?
Okay, I'm getting used to the people that we're with, because Dench is like really polite, like way more polite than me, and I feel like I need to learn lessons from him. So while you were laying around and eating, I watched Pain die horribly, and then we had to drag his body back to the wagon. Dench had a mental breakdown. Amelia almost died several times. We managed to make it back to town, and now I may have indebted our entire family, and possibly we could end up losing everything if we don't pay everything back. So I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, that's about what I figured. Firstly, I don't think we're in debt. I think
Oh, I'm
your
definitely in
dad
debt.
is.
Mama's gonna
I mean,
see the
probably.
ledger. She checks the ledger every day. She's gonna see it.
Probably. That's why we're not there right now.
Yeah.
But mainly,
yeah.
I want to apologize. I told you that I'd be here for you if things like this happen, and then literally the day after, I vanish.
Well, you didn't do it on purpose, right?
Not that I'm aware of. But I still feel at fault.
Did you ever, did
What?
Did Pap have a mark too?
I don't know. To be honest, I can't remember much from before your grandpa died.
Yeah, he lived a long time. Because I can't help but wonder if I did something wrong that I don't understand why it happened.
I have a suspicion. I feel like. So I heard this voice before I got, well, sent away. It's just like told me about some kind of. I just heard some kind of chant or something and felt that I needed to do it. And then I started vanishing. You gained that.
So, I mean, where were
Ignore
what
that,
did
sorry.
you see? Where?
Let me pull up the picture real quick. Give me a second. Sorry, I also got a note as I looked at the picture.
Sorry.
It was odd. It's like I could see the stars and the moon. There's a long river flowing with glowing rocks. I mean, flowers, not rocks. And the river itself was glowing. There were these odd ruins, and everything felt like it had glitter on it halfway. I wasn't there for what felt like a really really long time, which is why I was
Was
able
it-
to pick up 2 languages.
Was it familiar to you? Had you been there before?
Did it feel familiar, Xavier?
It did feel familiar, but you had absolutely no knowledge of being there. It's like it felt like home. It felt deeper than that, though. It felt like a mother's womb. It felt very maternal, very creation-esque.
So you know when you like curl on like your bed and you just kind of sink into it and feel wrapped around by the blankets?
Oh, yes.
It's nothing like that.
Oh. He docked me.
Goddamn.
Sorry, I had to.
Years later, here we go.
It's more like a warmth. Like you belong there. This is where you come from. So it's that weird familiarity.
So
It's like when
if
your
I-
dad hugs you.
Oh. She looks maybe a little sad is the look on her face. So it's safe to assume then if you didn't have some poor little gnome to come back to, you probably would have just stayed there.
Absolutely not.
Too nice. It was too nice, wasn't it?
Not just that. It was too nice and quite frankly a bit boring. It's like I said, I picked up 2 languages because I had nothing better to do. But also, like I said, I want to be here for you.
I know. Just so you know.
Also, so if you weren't here, I don't think I ever would have gone there in the first place. But at the same time, I felt like I didn't have a choice in going.
Well, I want to make sure you know I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at the whole world, and I think Dench and Amelia might have caught some of that, because they wanted to go back in right away, and then I stood up on a soapbox and talked at them until they agreed with me. You would have been very proud.
Did you at
But-
least strike a cool pose?
No, I didn't actually stand. The soapbox is a metaphor. No, but I like I wasn't mad at you. I thought I did something. I thought I screwed something up again, and I thought that it was my fault. And so I'm glad that you weren't in pain because I was really worried, honestly.
I was also worried, but for you, and I know you don't blame me, but I still feel like I maybe should have tried a bit harder to not go, even if I feel like I didn't have a choice.
Well, that's
So in a
settled
way,
then.
I
Now
guess
go
I
back there.
blame myself. Well, I'll try not to, but I guess, well, it's weird. I feel like someone else wanted me there, and that's why I arrived there.
Well, did you see anybody else there?
No, but I heard a voice.
What did the voice say?
She said, "All life is a river, and none who stand within it remain unchanged." And then
what
she
does that
told me
mean?
about that I will change if I follow a river.
Oh. Kind of following a river for this. Is that a problem?
I think it was more metaphorically, kind of like how Amelia speaks sometimes.
She speaks in a lot of metaphors, like a lot of them.
I know, it's kind of pretentious and annoying.
It's like worse than when I speak slowly at people.
It is. It really is.
Well, I'm really glad that you're okay. I did manage without you. I would rather not do that ever again since I've never had to before in my whole life. Ever before. That was different. Also, She turns bright red. I don't. I was trying to like make Dench feel better, and I was really awkward. Uh, he handled it in stride as he tends to do. But my weirdness really was showing. You are very good weirdness shield.
Well, I'm happy to be that shield. To be fair, most people you talk to are your father and the weird people at the college. It's not exactly the most emotionally open or normal people.
That's fair. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Me
If
too.
we can avoid you going again, then let's.
I'll definitely try. But no promises.
That's it for me.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and say again, for the sake of brevity, you two have your moment. Dench in pain. Pain is kind of stirring because he's not feeling well. He actually like wakes up a couple of times in the middle of the night and throws up from the resurrection sickness. And Dench happens to be on watch while he's kind of just like getting himself back together. You guys can have your moment.
Yeah, Dench, seeing that, he'll approach Pain with his water skin and kind of hand it over.
Thank you. Nothing worse than secondhand stew in the beard.
Yeah. It's always a shame to throw up such good food too, for sure. Pain, I don't know how to say this, but yeah, I'm sorry, man. I truly am sorry of what happened to you. That should not have happened. I feel so responsible for what happened to you, and it's. I wish I could say it was the first time something like that I've experienced something like that, but it's not. And I'm hoping it's going to be the last, but I doubt that as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad you're back. We really needed you, and it was just a miracle that we were able to find the scroll that we needed to bring you back.
It was a miracle, and like I said, we both made our choices, and I don't remember things very well, but I should have retreated back to where you guys were. I should have not held my ground. I was overconfident, and
Well, they were
I
on you
mean,
before you could even move. You were surrounded.
I could have done better. I had time to move. It like I said, I don't blame you guys. Now I don't want to do it again. That was fairly miserable peeing my
Yeah.
pants like that, but yeah, it was yeah. It's thank you, Dench. It's okay. I don't blame you. And we'll do our best to be better, right?
When Payne says that, Dench looks away for a moment. Uh, yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. We'll do better. Get your rest. I'm glad you're back, and you'll be fit as a fiddle in a few days. I think. Just don't worry about anything. We got you.
Yeah, buck up, buddy, and I'll give him the guy punch in the shoulder, and then be like, "Ow, there's always fine."
Yeah,
Good night. Good night.
yeah. Get some sleep, buddy.
All right, so Payne does eventually drift back off to sleep. You guys awake in the morning. It is the morning of Winnell the 7th. So normal uptime is about 8, so we'll say it's like 10 for the progression through the woods the night before. And you guys travel the entire next day all the way to the opposite side of the bridge, again without issue. This is not because of protection or forest magic. This is because, well, it just wasn't an issue whatsoever. You show your papers at the gate. They let you across the bridge, and again, you guys find a good spot to bed down. Doesn't matter to me where on which side of the bridge. It's just somewhere in the plains post-bridge going to the west. However, tonight, you happen to notice, and again, we don't have to do anything with this, but I wanted to make sure I showed you, that to the northeast, I'm going to just ping it on the map. Once you get across the bridge and settle down, you guys happen to notice a group of farmers. From Dun Caldur, you recognize the heraldry from a mile away, and there are, a handful of them there, probably about 8 of them. They're dwarves. All of them are dwarves. There are 5 men and 3 women, I think. Yeah, 5 and 3. And it looks like they've got a cart with 2 donkeys and just tons of farming equipment on the back. Manual farming equipment, though. They don't have hoes to hook up to the donkeys. Donkeys are just there as beasts of burdens for the cart. They're down near, like, the actual riverbed itself. They're kind of minding their own business, but I just wanted to note to you that there was a heraldry from another area. So, okay, you guys bed down for the evening. Is there anything RP-wise, night 2, that anybody would like to accomplish or do?
Well, I think Dench would want to just, I guess, do his normal like hunting routine. Maybe go down to the river again with his brand new net. Hopefully, don't break it again this time.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah.
Lyra would volunteer for a watch too. So if it's the same one, then she'd try to help.
Sure, and on that note, why don't we remove one, actually we'll just say 2 rations for Pearl, and 1 set of rations for everybody, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because of the first day of travel. I actually forgot about that.
I'll take care of that.
Okay, yep, 5 rations from you guys, 1 from Pearl. You are going to go down to the river to hunt, so it's Dench, and I'm sorry, was it Lyra? Okay.
Oh, sorry, my internet cut out for a little bit. So I couldn't hear anything.
We're doing another rest. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got that. So but Canis would go down with Lyra and Dench, is what I wanted to say before my internet cut out.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think this is exactly how this went the last time we were here, and Amelia and Payne sat, and there, yeah. And you guys came back with a big old snake.
Family too.
Making friends with dwarves this time.
Yeah. Amelia looks at Payne. You see them fine folks over there from Dun Caldur, Payne?
No, it
We're gonna
must be
have
the
friends.
resurrection sickness. I can't see that far.
I can't see anything.
Well, then I guess we have to walk you over and
Introduce you. Okay, so Dench, Lyra, and Canis go down to the river. Why don't you, whoever is going to be doing the hunting, I assume it's Dench, give me a survival check.
Okay.
I will aid him if possible.
Yeah, tell me how are you gonna, you don't even need to. 18 is great. But
It could be a nat 20.
it could be a nat 20. Okay, let me ask this, Mr. Quadruped. How do you aid the man with the net?
I think similar to last time, he'll kind of just like watch the water for any like rippling or bubbles or anything, and just keep an eye out.
I accept that.
No,
See,
like,
now that was a test because you haven't been around for like 3 sessions. Dench, go ahead and roll that with advantage. If it's nat 20, I'm gonna shit. Well, it's a dirty 20! Fuck, I'll take it. Oh boy, okay. Okay. So you wind the net up, you toss it in. Kane is kind of says, "Hey, there's something dead center at the deepest part of the river. You're gonna have to toss it way out, though. Dench, you actually have to get into the water, like into the shallows, in order to cast the net out that far. You do so, and as you hit the center, there is immediate thrashing. You rear back on the net as the weights wrap around it, and as you pull it back in, you snag yourself a massive river carp. And this thing weighs in at 40 pounds. It is gigantic. I mean, it's the size of a small hog.
All right. Yeah, Dench will reel it in. Lyra, you got your hammer?
Yeah, yeah, she'll take out her light hammer.
All right, give it a good whack once I get it back on the shore here.
Yeah, so he like puts it up onto the shore, and you're just like, yeah, of course I've got my hammer. And he's like, bam, and just like plugs it through the temple, and the thing flops a couple of times, and then just stops moving.
There we go. All right.
Is your net okay?
Yeah, it's a beautiful net. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Got good eats tonight.
All right.
Eventually, bring it back to camp, clean it, and use our fancy cookware to actually cook it.
Okay, so a 40-pound river carp, because of its dense bones and scales, is only going to net you guys 10 raw pounds of usable meat, because most of it is organs and bones and scales. However, that does provide you guys the entire day's worth of rations. So you do not need to use rations today.
Perfect.
So that is that. Does anybody else have any RP things or anything important that we need to do? Yes, Payne, what do you got?
Yep. How clear are the skies tonight?
Make a perception check. Let's see what your vision's looking like. And make that with disadvantage because you are... No, actually, no, I take that back. You just make it with a -3. So go ahead and roll and we'll subtract 3. 6. It looks cloudy, but so does everything outside of like 50 feet from you.
Then nothing tonight.
I think the only thing would be like after the excitement of catching that thing and everything during our watch, Lyra would just at probably in the worst moment during silence during the watch would look at Dench and say, did what Payne said help you?
Oh, a little bit, yeah. And we talked a little last night as well. Yeah, it was helpful. It still just takes a little bit of time. You constantly run through the scenario in your head. What could you have done differently? What could you have done better? You know how that goes. You just kind of get yourself stuck in a loop, an endless loop.
I do know how that goes, but I've also learned that kind of makes you live in the past a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
And not to invalidate your feelings in any way, because I get it. I do. I understand. But you've met my dad. Living in the past is not an option when the future is really the main thing that's thought about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I've had time to work through these kind of problems in the past as well. So I have learned, and I do have my methods of getting through it. But man, it's still tough.
Yeah, and I like I said, I only ever saw one other person die, and it was an accident. You know, there was clearly someone to blame in that. It was the person who cast the spell at the other person. But, I guess my biggest thing is just you're already carrying a lot, so just try not to add too much to that if you can help it. Or hand it to me. Remember, that was the deal.
Yeah, I know. We're a team. I don't want to put burdens on you. I don't want to put burdens on anybody.
It's not a burden if I put my hands out, right? You're not on your own anymore. That's all. You're not on your own anymore. Canis, I believe Canis would probably be like laying his head in her lap, so she would just be petting Canis absently as she was talking.
Been expecting you, Mr. Dench.
Yeah.
I never, I never felt truly alone until Canis disappeared, and unfortunately, I feel like I probably wasn't there for you like you needed, and I apologize for that.
No, you were there, and I'm glad you were, because yeah, I've last time I was in this situation, I didn't have someone like you, or Canis, or Amelia, or or Payne, and it sent me down a hole that I'm just recently crawled out of, but it helped with you there. You were there. I appreciate you.
Okay, I'm glad. I understand what it's like to have someone standing in front of you and still feel an absence, so I never want to be that. She just give like a reassuring pat on your shoulder, and then we can, whatever, the rest of the, however we do the rest of the watch.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody else have anything for this night? Okay, let us progress to the morning of Winnell the 8th. Payne, you are at a -2/-2. So, you guys awaken the next morning and you progress another day's travel to where the tent area was of Nondrag the Mighty. The campsite is still there. It actually looks untouched. It was a little bit off the beaten path, and it was pretty fucked up and beaten down. And you've passed other encampments that were clearly abandoned on the way from where you have come from and where you're going to. So nothing seems totally out of the ordinary. The pits are still open. Nothing seems disturbed. Do you guys want to rest here, before here, after here?
Might as well rest here. Were the is the crate or the the chest still there with the weapons still inside, or is it been ransacked?
Oh no, they're still there, but it's all makeshift crap.
Right. Wow. I would have guessed somebody would have taken these. Yeah, good as place as any to camp down, I think. I'm sorry, Amelia.
Perhaps on the way back we can bring it on the other side of the bridge for if anyone may need it. They're not great, but they're better than nothing. Are the bodies still here?
Yes. Although they've been pretty picked through and are rotted, I mean, you're looking at like 7 days now.
If we are camping here, then Amelia is going to, she's not even going to really say anything. She's going to take the time to bury those bodies.
Okay.
I thought we had put the bodies in the holes.
You know what? Hang on, let me open that map. Did you guys? I think you're right about that, actually.
I don't remember exactly.
Yep, you're right, because we got the Elven family, their help with it.
Yeah, I've got it on my map too. You did. Yeah, you guys buried. You actually dug them shallow graves. Okay.
Okay. Disregard then.
Okay, so yeah, that's good. All right. So you guys rest through the night.
Oh, did some hunting first,
Yeah,
but
go
then
ahead.
rest.
Hunting, yes. Go ahead and give me your. Is anybody hunting with Dench?
Lyra would offer, but yeah, and Canis.
If Lyra's going, Canis would go.
Okay, if Lyra is going, then everybody give me a stealth check. Because you don't have to stealth from things in a river, but you do have to stealth from things on land.
I'll take a 16.
That's actually pretty fucking good. Jesus Christ. What the fuck, Kane is the only rogue here?
You're supposed to be the super sneaky.
Come on, you pud. No, you guys are fine. Collectively, you're fine. Okay, Dench, go ahead and give me a survival check then with advantage.
Okay. All right, not bad.
All right, 15's not bad. So, you guys, you hunt for a little while. Early in the evening. You get to a point out kind of like just where the Barrens is about to begin. It's kind of starting to get a little bit sketchy. And you see this huge lizard, probably the size of a Komodo dragon. But you know that it's got dire blood in it because of the spikes growing up and out of its crest, and the spikes growing out of its throat, and the spikes growing out of its shoulders. And you were like, yo, but that thing, if we can snag that, it's gonna, like, we got some meat going for us. So you go to rear back on your bow, and Lyra's like, actually, I haven't cast a spell today. I got this. And Lyra snaps her fingers, mutters an incantation, and the thing kind of looks up and around, and then hits the ground unconscious. And it's at that point that Dench and Kane, as you approach it, Dench, you use axes, so I'm assuming you would coup de grace with an axe. So you kind of like pull the crest back up on its neck. Canis gets ready underneath like where the legs would be to kind of hit the arteries, and both of you at the same time just, I mean, it doesn't even make a sound. The thing, once it was asleep, it was already gone. So your collective effort next to you guys, let me make my roll real quick. So you guys bring the lizard back to camp, the dire lizard, which by the way I've never used before, that's fun. Go ahead and give me a survival check to skin and debone this thing.
Okay.
I would like to help, but I don't know how I can.
I don't know how you can either. I would love to have you give advantage, but I don't think you have anything in your repertoire that would constitute that.
Saw it in a book and can help him. No,
I'm
not helping. It's fine.
A 10? Okay, I'll give you guys the 10 pounds of meat. That will feed everybody so you don't have to use your rations.
Nice.
Hope you all like lizard.
I had died lizard before.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it tastes, reptilian. It's not bad, but it's a little on the funky side. Yeah, it's not great. But it is a lot of meat. And when cooked with that salt, that little bit of salt that you guys brought with, and the other spices, you can sear it up real nice. So at this point, though, also take off 1 day of rations for Pearl for me. But no rations for you guys.
I'll get Pearl again.
Yep. Yeah, because she's not going to eat the lizard meat. Gonna
make a carnivore out of her yet.
Wake up in the morning, she's got piranha teeth. Alright, so, through the night, if there's nothing that anybody else has, I need everybody in the party to make me a wisdom saving throw. Pain, you will make it with a -2.
Is this a spell?
It is not a spell.
That was almost a nat 20, and then it was not.
Pain still did really fucking good.
Can I use my heroic inspiration to redo that, please?
Sure. I haven't said if it's a success or failure. Yeah, go ahead and mark it off your character sheet, please.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume a 4 is not a success.
That's a good assumption.
And I got
lowest
a 10
DC
instead.
ever.
Yep, 10's still not bad. Okay, so through the night, you all, during your respective sleep times or meditation times, have absolutely horrific visions, nightmares of everything that has happened thus far on your journey. It's only been a couple of weeks, but you have encountered diseased dogs, possessed children, effigies to something that is infatuated with murder and dismemberment. You've encountered creatures made of writhing masses of blood. You've encountered an illness which you are unable to identify at this point, that drives people to this. You have encountered an hourglass that is filled with tongues, and tongues that vanish from people's mouths. Just before you wake up from flashes of all of these nightmares, each one of you would hear the following.
I'm coming back for you.
And then you would wake up. Lyra, you are the only one that suffers any consequence. You have suffered a level of exhaustion because you could not shake it in the morning.
Does that voice sound like one of the other creepy voices that we've heard?
Doesn't
Like the
sound
basement
any.
creepy voice or
Doesn't
anything like
sound
that?
particularly familiar.
Yep, and that was in Common?
Common as it is. Common as it
Okay.
does. Alright, you all awake in the morning. The morning of Winnell the 9th. Pain, you are at -1.
All right, let's get back on the road and try to forget that fucked up dream.
Oh, did you have it too?
I also had a not so great dreams.
Somebody say
I
something
don't
to
know
you
if
at
I
the end?
call it a dream. That was more of a nightmare, I think.
Oh yeah, that definitely fit the nightmare description.
To be fair, we've kind of been living a nightmare.
Yeah.
Amelia is taking a little bit of extra time with her prayers this morning. And like when you're talking about it, just kind of looks over and just like nods with the like, yep, heard it too, kind of thing. She is going to pray that when night falls or throughout the day, she'll find some guidance in the stars, something like that. That kind of the reaffirming her oath a little bit, and the no matter if something comes, she's not going to waver. Like those are the crux of the prayers that morning.
Okay, got it. Alright, so you guys jump back on the road and begin to head. By the way, I'm not having you guys roll survival checks because you've been this way twice now, so there is just no doubt in my mind that you guys would not be absolute fucking professionals in this endeavor until you give Payne the map, and then I'll make you roll.
To be fair, I only went this way once.
That's true. That's true. Once the first time, twice the second. Boy, if you were still alive.
I didn't even make it this far.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Okay. Okay, so you guys reach just to the point where like the beach is coming into sight, like the beachhead is coming into sight, the inlet is coming into sight, but you know that you're going to need to rest because you have traveled a full day. So if you would like to progress into the evening, knowing that it's A, gonna be dark as shit, and B, that you're getting tired, you let me know how you want to progress, or you can long rest prior to getting to this point. Your guys' choice.
think one more day, probably before we get into the shit, is probably wise.
I think so
Best to
too.
not
Lyra
fight
doesn't-
at night.
Lyra doesn't look fully awake.
I'm fine, but we should not go in there right now because I am not fully awake.
Lyra's proven herself time and time again, but I know I'm feeling particularly tired anyway. It would be nice to rest. And it's incredibly obvious Amelia's just fine. She's saying that because she's looking at Payne and Lyra. It's super obvious.
Maybe if we wait another day, they'll really think we're not coming back, and we'll catch them by surprise.
Maybe. Maybe.
Sure.
God's willing, yes.
All right,
Benji-
let's set up camp and get some food, and then keep a close eye on that water, on that beach.
Very close eye, but just eyes, not the whole body.
Okay.
Agreed.
So-
I think the only role play I have is if Lyra ends up on the same watch as Dench, she would ask him if he took classes to become as polite as he is, or if it was a natural thing.
Well, it was part of my training and the Knight's God, or the God, and then it was a little bit of a friend of mine who helped me, and it's a little bit of my mother in there as well. So
Mm.
a combination of all the things, really.
So what you're saying is I need to be a Knight's Guard.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to be, but I mean, it's it's not a fun job. It's one of those scenarios where it's the most boring moments of your life and also the most terrifying moments of your life. All there's no in between. So maybe not. It's a little bit like this, I suppose. Boring, travel, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, we're fighting for our lives, and then boring again.
I think you need a little more joy.
Couldn't hurt.
Less politeness, more joy.
Yeah.
Our DM is
Talking that shit behind the. I see him every time, and it's great.
Sorry about that.
sorry, he made me blush. Okay.
Oh, now it's a party.
I was channeling some fucking Tempest.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, my mom, her biggest issue is that I've always struggled with the polite side of things, and she's tried to teach me. I just don't get it. I don't understand why I have to not say what I'm thinking. You know?
Yeah. Now, my mother taught me politeness at the end of a switch. Really, I mean, like she literally beat it into me. So, I mean, would I prefer
need
one or
more
the other?
joy.
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit.
You need more joy after this. After
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
After the crazy stones are under control, we're gonna figure out something.
Yeah.
I'll
That
think
sounds.
on it.
That sounds. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Let's do that. Whatever that would be. I agree. Some relaxation would be nice for once.
The water elemental spa. Did you like that?
That was weird.
It was weird. Oh,
That
I'm
was
so
pretty
glad you
weird.
said it. I knew Canis and I thought it was weird, but I thought everybody else thought it was great.
I mean, it was nice. It was, but also the fact that like, the water was talking to me. That was weird.
They were there the whole time and they saw everything.
Yeah, they did.
It's
Like
kind of cool.
I've never had a sentient water creature, wash my balls before. I mean, that was weird.
See, that wasn't polite, but I liked it.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. Okay. Well, we'll figure something out. It doesn't have to be in Willow Hollow either.
Oh, it's a big
Now that
world
I've
out there.
left there, yeah. That would be it for as far as roleplay is concerned. For me.
Okay. All right, so the night continues to progress. Does anybody have anything else? And by the way, you guys go down, you check the beach to just kind of make sure, keep an eye. You guys kind of go down there on watches just to keep an eye and make sure nothing is funky. Nothing seems out of place. It is very, very quiet. And just like it was before, everything is extremely still and you don't hear even insects. When you guys go about 500 feet or so north of where the edge of this, like, quote-unquote map would be, that's when you start to hear, oh, there's the crickets, there's the cicadas, there's the mosquitoes. Very clear cut. During the night, Amelia, on your watch. You're kind of sitting there. The sky is... It's partially cloudy tonight. It is getting colder and colder and colder as we are getting deeper into Winnell. But you kind of look up into the sky as you're keeping an ear out towards the water line, and as you look up, you kind of get this rush of euphoria. It's kind of like, I know I've used this this example before. I think this exact example before, but it's kind of like when you are out with friends and you start drinking. There's a point within the first 3 or so drinks where there's a small wave of euphoria that comes over you that is like, hey, by the way, you're confident now. Not confident to start doing karaoke, but you're confident enough to open up. Okay? You get that. I know you know that wave. So you get the wave. So you get the wave. And as that happens, you look up into the sky and you look towards the constellation of the arrow, the guiding light. And you see, again, the guiding light. This is the same guiding light that you utilize to get to this point. That arrow is no longer along that trajectory. It now points way further to the southwest. And then as you blink a few times, it vanishes. And to be clear, there is no sense of your task at hand has not shifted. It seems, make an insight check. Make a divine insight check.
Dice roll. My initial interpretation of that was that your path continues past this point, not skip this point.
Totally understood.
Okay, so rolling things.
I love that she's inciting the sky.
Yeah, and you confirm that. You confirm that 100%. That's exactly, yes.
Yeah, the star's a personality. The moon has a face. Has
absolutely.
Many faces.
Yeah.
Star, blink at me.
You gonna die now, Star. All right. Yeah. So that is that.
I'm gonna try and do what I did before, which is kind of trace its path enough and kind of do that comparison. So when I relay it to our map reader in the morning, we can narrow down spots.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Sure. Make a survival check. And do it with advantage because it's a star-related, a constellation-related, a celestial body-related thing. She's like, well, that 2 and 4 aren't going to help me. God damn, I'll take the 19. You've got the path pretty pinned down, just like the last time. Yeah, you're pretty confident about being able to translate it from a sky map to a star, or to a land map. All right.
Yeah. She'll end up, when she's done that, she'll kind of just nod and then a soft thank you. Thanks, thank you for the guidance, kind of thing. And then we'll continue watch. One thing she is going to do, since she would be resting. Okay. If I use abilities during a watch, do I get the how does that factor in with long rests
What are you
and
trying to do?
reset things? I was thinking about divine sensing towards like
Yes.
walking
Yeah.
to the edge of the water and
Yep.
doing
Yep.
that.
Yep.
That
You
was all.
you can absolutely do that, and then when you finish your long rest, you'll be fine.
Perfect. She is going to make sure that she does that before settling back.
Okay. You sense no fiends, elementals, celestial, or fey, I believe, or undead. I believe that's what it covers. In any visual watch that you have, and you are confident in that. Each time that you would do it, I would assume during your watch, probably like once every half hour or so. Because what, you can do that like 4 times, 5 times,
4 times. So,
4. Okay, yeah. Okay, maybe a little bit more spread out than maybe like once every hour. But either way, yes,
yeah,
you
she'll
don't
do it
sense
a couple
anything.
of times. And we'll keep an eye on the others, etc. That's about it. Normal paladin things.
Okay, all right, understood. Okay, you guys awake the next morning, the morning of Winnell the 10th. My goodness, we are just progressing through my version of December, and Payne wakes up for the first time in the morning in 4 days and looks fantastic. His cheeks have filled back out. The gray in his beard has disappeared almost. And he looks, I know, that's what I said almost. He is looking much better. I mean, he even gets up and, stretches. Like, holy shit, this guy, are you sure about that, Payne? And he looks like he's okay. You don't hear any crazy cracking. Minus his knuckles. Yeah, so.
All right.
Super brief DM question. Since
Yes.
we are flying through the days, where are we at moon-wise?
Oh, that is a good question. While I do that, also make sure that you mark off 1 ration for Pearl, please.
And then in the morning, once everyone's awake, I will intend to go over I want to talk to the group about signs in the stars, etc.
Okay, so let's see. Winnell the 10th. We're on the 10th, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, Winnell the 10th. Your moon phase is waning gibbous. Your illumination last night was 62 to 68%. And the moon was visible after midnight and before dawn, positioned near the lion constellation. Hopefully you're... I don't like that I have that information.
I do.
I know.
I love it.
I know. Okay.
All right. Hey, Payne, holy shit, man. You're looking great today.
Yeah, well, I've been, working out, kind of keeping up. Feeling good.
Beautiful. Good to see. Good to see. And all right, how's everybody feeling? How you feeling, Larry? Are you feeling more rested today?
Yeah, definitely more than yesterday. I didn't really have any horrific nightmares last night, so that's
It's always good.
An improvement at least.
Yeah. Suppose that's something we got to be concerned about in the future, but for now, we got fish people to worry about.
It's Sawagan. Swaggin. She does the same thing she did at the dinner table. Swag. It just doesn't sound.
Swaggin.
Swaggin? Swaggin?
Swaggin.
I like that one.
The Swaggin' Dragon. Swaggin'.
I hope they don't have a dragon.
There's a dragon in my wagon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. I just realized something. Amelia, sorry. There's a thing we need to do that the three of us talked about when we had the full party. And that is to discuss what we are capable of before we dive headlong into combat.
Well, that actually connects fairly well with what I was hoping to speak about. So that's a good call.
So I'll start.
Yeah.
I am fairly good in combat, in hand-to-hand combat. I do utilize my magic. I'm pretty good at not getting hit, but that's not 100% of the time the case. And as she says that, she'll actually we're like right outside, right? Just remember making sure like we're at the beach. We're about
Yeah, you
to
guys
leave.
are at the beach.
Okay.
You guys, yeah, you just, it's like 500 feet. So,
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
it's
great.
within minutes.
So she'll do the little boop on the head thing in the mage armor. Just so
Okay, so you're casting Mage Armor on yourself? Got it. Thank you.
So I'm pretty good at keeping myself from getting hit, doing a fair amount of damage in person and also from a distance with magic. I think that we all need to be capable, or we all need to be aware of what we're all capable of so that we don't go into this blindly and end up the same way we were before. We also need to maybe discuss who should go in first and who should stay in the back. I really want to make sure we're being careful. I'm not one for tactics. They didn't teach us that in school, but they did teach us how to survive to an extent. So I can jump in and out of hand-to-hand combat fairly well. And she just shuts
I
up.
guess I'll go. I guess I'll go second. I fight pretty well with other people, not so much on my own. I prefer also just getting in and out if possible. I've also know how to assist you mid combat while I'm doing my own thing. Other than that, I bite, and that's about all I do.
All right. Well, for my part, I'm better at the ranged thing than anything, you know, hand to hand. I'm still capable of hand to hand combat, but generally I'm a ranged type of person. Uh, so I suppose if it comes to it, in an ideal situation, we get somebody like Amelia up front with her shield, and I'm lobbing arrows into the baddies trying to come up on her behind. Generally, that's kind of how I operate. Try to, at least. More often than not, it seems like I need to be in close combat with my axes, but it is what it is.
Amelia's gonna look towards Pain.
Well, apparently I face tank everything. And I should be a healer, and apparently I'm not very good at that either. But,
I disagree.
As do
well,
I.
okay. But for now, I have things to assist us, spells to assist us before we go into this combat in particular, which I do need some more details because I don't know exactly where we're going.
In a watery
but
hole, and that's about the extent of what we
what
can tell you.
We'll talk about that
Cave.
after. Continue.
I only dog paddle. No. I guess I can swim. I think I can. As far as combat, I think if we work in a tighter group, perhaps I stay ahead of Lyra and Amelia stays ahead of Dench, and Canis fills in where he sees fit. I think if we stay closer together, we will manage a lot better.
Right. Yeah. Amelia?
Um, there's, I'm afraid mine's a little bit more difficult to explain. obviously I have the armor to help protect myself physically. I'm comfortable using the sword. Um, I I found that it can be um, sometimes easier to help protect others, easier than it is even myself with my shield. I can tend to get it in the way. I, for lack of a better word, but that requires being close within, well, shield's reach of whoever I'm trying to assist. I don't have much practical experience in a lot of this. As you've seen, I tend to put myself in less than ideal situations. But um, the Wanderer has obviously granted me the ability to stand a little bit more strong, to provide some healing. I can, I believe, help support, augment maybe the armor that's already worn, though that takes some focus. And and she at this point does the kind of unconscious reaching for her, or like holy symbol, like fidget that she does. When we were here last, there was a moment when I saw the stars guiding me during the day and helped my blade find its mark. It was like having Celestian himself back my attack. I know how that sounds, and I don't
It sounds
say
like
it with
magic.
any arrogance.
You're not. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. You're not being arrogant. It's okay to talk about being good at something. Your god is backing you through magic, and that's great. It's good to know.
Um, uh, well, when I when we were going back towards Willow Hollow, I had a moment that I, well, struggled to put into words. One of the nights, about 2 nights before we made it back, kind of looks towards Dutch and Lyra, and I was honored with the ability to reaffirm my oath beneath, well,
Oh, is that when you
I
were
had a,
really creepy when you were asleep?
Oh yeah, your eyes were doing all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah,
You were very creepy.
yeah.
I um
What are you
I
talking
mean,
about?
prop maybe I had a vision of standing before a Celestian and all of the everything, the endless expanse of the stars, beyond what we can see here. Too many to name. Um, and he gave me a title, a job. I don't entirely know what it means, but it's
What
important
was
that
it?
we share. So first she says it in Celestial, and then she repeats herself in Common. And she says, he named me Sentinel of the Endless Expanse. It says cat with question marks. She doesn't say it with question marks. No, Sentinel of the Celestial Expanse, she says. I had to scroll.
That sounds
Wow.
important.
Yeah, that's a big
That
deal.
sounds impressive.
Actually, you got. Oh no, I take that back. Amelia was by herself when High Priestess Rosanna called her that the other day. Okay, disregard. Disregard. Sorry, RP. Don't. I'm not here. I'm not a DM.
You stay out of this, DM.
Yeah, how dare you? Um, so okay, so I know you're new to this whole thing, but did your god explain what exactly that entails and what is expected of you so that we make sure we adhere to it?
Any kind of contract or I don't know, guidelines?
Well,
Or no?
was it kind of looks to Canis almost with relief. That's, I suppose, the best guidelines there are is yes, um, the tenets of the faith and my oath. Um, but I did see a sign in the stars last night. Actually, Dench, I was hoping you could help me mark it on the map again. It was similar
Okay.
to last time. I don't know what the title is. I don't know much about the paladin orders if it's within that. But priestess the the high priestess knew the title before I said anything. I don't know what all that means.
I think it means that it was legit then. You didn't dream it when I thought you were just sleeping with your eyes open. I don't know what happens to paladins when they, maybe all of our eyes look weird when we sleep, but they're supposed to be closed.
Well,
I mean, I've
and
seen plenty of people talk in their sleep and sleepwalk and all that, but yeah, it was definitely different. So
In short, I
I
think they're saying your paladinism is weird.
It is, but she knew that. It's weird to her too.
it's hard for us to comprehend the designs of the gods. All we can do
Definitely
is walk
very.
those paths as best we can. Um, I do have the sense that there's more I can do if we're faced with certain dangers. I don't I think I can shield someone from being attacked, perhaps, as long as if they aren't hostile themselves, and if there's true evil nearby, there's more I can do in his
That's
name.
good. And I
Um,
I told you guys Canis can see invisible things. I don't know if we're concerned about that being in the watery hole, but Canis is pretty good at that. So Pain. While I do agree um, that you can take a hit, I don't necessarily want yours to be the first face getting smacked. I think it's very important that you are able to heal me or Denture Canis or Amelia when we're getting smacked, but I don't want to tell you how to do what you do because I don't completely know what you're capable of. I just don't want to see you die again.
same.
Then I will follow right behind you.
Well, maybe next to me. I'm totally fine with being next to me. Can you use a shield? Maybe something I should have asked before we looked at the
That
little hollow.
makes it difficult for the spell casting. I prefer
Have
to
you
keep my other hand open, and then I can smack things a little bit harder if I feel like they need a hammer to the face.
Okay. Have you, just for future thought, in school they taught us about warcasters. Have you heard of these?
I've considered that. I don't know if you'd call it a profession or specialization. Yep, I've considered it.
I could see that making you even more powerful than you already are. Listen to Moradine whatever he has to say. But they did teach us in school that if you want to be able to support your team, you know, follow whatever it is that your gut or God or universe, whatever you want to call it, is telling you to do. Um, yeah, maybe just consider that. And I'd be happy to teach you what they taught us in school to help it along if you get to that point too. I personally am not a warcaster. However, I do utilize some of those skill points when I have my blade song active.
I'll keep that in mind.
What that
Okay.
song? What can you do with that? I heard it
Um,
last time, and I knew you've used it as part of your magic when you put them to sleep.
uh, so the blade song, I know we want to move. I don't want to stay too long, but the long and short of it is basically it makes me more effective, both in hand-to-hand combat and also when I'm casting spells. It also makes it harder to hit me. I am kind of dancing alongside my magic. So um, basically, you just grasp the magic and turn it into a rhythm. At some point, I'll introduce you to my mother and it'll all make sense. Okay, so should we go into the watery hole?
Um, there's two things on that. First, three things. First, Lyra, I shouldn't have let it go this long without saying it before, and for that I apologize. And again, her tone is 100% sincere. There's no Canis tone or anything when she looks at you and says this. You were entirely right before.
Yeah. About what?
The voice that I heard,
Oh,
um, cautioning what we would find down below.
about the
Wait, that
running.
was Celestian?
And she just nods, and her expression is like, right. Ah.
Wow.
I bet if you believe you're worth talking to, he'll talk to you more. What else? You said three.
uh, yes, that was something I was going to consider, and we don't have the time. Um, going down below again, it's not easy to swim in this, but we know that we're going to expect danger. That's something we should be cautious of. I can try and bring my
Oh, you absolutely
gear
should.
with.
Yeah.
I.
And so will Pain.
It is not
I have
quick
a
to go
suggestion.
on and off.
If
Did you just say
we're
you have a question, Pain?
suggestion, I
Oh,
think if you said underwater tunnel,
There's some
Yeah,
water
leads
before it. Yeah, go ahead,
leads
Ben.
to an leads to a pretty cramped cave inside. Yeah, tunnel system
how
that's been dug out. Yeah,
how long's the tunnel?
about 30 feet.
So back where I'm from, when we explore caves or have difficult areas, we run a rope from one side to the other and use it as a guideline, as a helper, especially if it's a difficult, steep tunnel. That might be a good way to get us that may not be so good at swimming and
See
heavily
where you're going
armored
with that.
through the tunnel.
that's a good idea.
Pain, if you do not have a DM inspiration, I'm pretty sure you do. Go ahead and fucking. Yeah, I know you do because nobody's using them because you're all rolling so well.
That's
Okay, that's a really good idea,
brilliant.
Pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, see, yeah, I'm good for something, aren't I? Yeah.
Good for
And I got one other thing
many
before we
things.
head in there, and I've got before we go into the water. Let me say a prayer, and then we'll go.
Amelia, did you have one more thing?
Um, yes. The I was thinking about how you said that you each operate in a when we do get into a situation where we're forced to fight, and she's going to stay, no one move, and she's going to go and walk around, stand next to Canis, and say, "Okay, Lyra, you and uh Pain, if you switch spots, then you can both, you have the armor and the protection in the fighting with each other. Lyra, I've noticed you work better fighting near Dench. That gives people who can heal near, well, everyone else, and Dench should give you the mobility to be able to move and fire.
And remember, I can go
Canis,
into
if
combat and
willing, I can. Which, oh
Yeah,
well, then
this,
maybe
this also depends
perhaps
on if we have the
Pain on
maneuverability in the.
to this.
Yeah.
right.
Would it be best to have Pain to have you on the other side of Lyra near Canis? Just so we don't have to think about this. We can just plan ahead of time.
Okay, even if it's not necessarily like the best use of tactical strategy, Amelia, go ahead and take a DM inspiration for the effort that was just put into that, because that is like the most paladin thing I think that we've seen this campaign so far. Besides your oath. Besides your oath. Besides your oath.
You know what? I'll swap out my current heroic inspiration for this more.
Son of a
one.
bitch with you people in these inspirations. Stop doing good things.
The last time you gave me one, I had one too. I was like, damn it, I should have used it.
It's like when I was playing
I'm
Marcus.
just
And
hoarding mine.
yeah, just sit on that thing and just be like, no, this is mine. This is my inspiration. There are many like it, but this is mine.
I think something else we need to discuss now. And Payne, I know you said you had something else you wanted to pray before we go in, and that's great. The only thing is, we need to make sure we're talking to each other during the combat, not just now and not after when people are potentially dead, but during. Let's make sure we're informing each other, because you might see something I don't. I might see something you don't. I might be running out of resources. We need to make sure we're talking to each other. I don't want anyone else to die.
If you see someone get hurt, if you get hurt, will you, kind of turns to look at everyone, make sure to look at everyone in turn. Will you say something?
Yes.
I'm not as, my mother was a lot better at seeing when someone was, how hurt someone was. I don't have her gifts in that, but if with in the eyes of the gods, between Pain and myself, we should be able to help if we know. Okay. Pain, your prayer, how long would it take? Because I would like to get the map marked before we go down there, and I will need to take off my armor as well. And I know if we want to get moving, we need to get moving.
Well, you may not need to do that.
Let's maybe wear our armor while we're down there, fighting
if we're
Wagon.
Yeah, if we're using Payne's rope idea, then I don't think you really need to be too concerned about that.
Do we set that up though?
Like maybe Canis and I go through first, and then hold the rope, and then the rest of y'all come through. Sorry to volunteer you, Canis, but you're quick and nimbly.
Hopefully I can swim well.
Dench, you said you had 50 feet of rope. Is that right?
Yeah, I got it on the cot actually.
I'm willing to swim if Canis doesn't want to, but he's pretty good at swimming.
I will happily swim. I
Would
like
you
water.
have to, is it a means of guiding or pulling? I'm
Both.
not. Well,
Could be both. You know, I hold on to one end of the rope, and like maybe you or Payne anchor yourselves and pull through. You know.
All right. Let's get
all
this
right.
set so we can move in there. I'm honestly anxious to see what's in there. Get the crazy stone. Get home. Get paid, and pick up our next thing.
Agreed.
So, DM question.
Sure.
I read the spell aid, and the wording is kind of funny. I think what it means is if somebody has full hit points, they have gain 5 temporary hit points, or if they are down some, it heals some, and then the extra is temporary hit points.
So they gain a yeah. So they're everybody's at full hit points right. So they will gain 5 temporary hit points, which will also increase to their max, and those hit points come off first before anything is lost, and they cannot be regained.
Is it clarification question?
Hit point
You can use
maximum.
aid.
Sorry, go
Yep,
ahead.
you can use it with other sources of temp hit points, though. Correct? Because it's hit point maximum.
Yeah, it increases the each target hit point maximum increases, and their hit points increase by 5. Correct. So, if you are, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it
Yep.
says current hit points. Yeah.
Yes. It is not temp hit points. It is max hit points for 8 hours.
I have spells that do temporary HP, so I wanted to make sure that I was understanding interactions.
Nope, that is a very good call. I'd give you an inspiration, but you already fucking have one.
I'll take it.
No, you won't.
Well, Payne will cast aid before we head into there, and I believe it was 3 people. So I would say Canis, Lyra, and Dench.
Okay, so each of you can increase your hit points currently by 5. So I'm sorry, that was Kana's.
All the squishies.
And I'm sorry, it was Lyra. Oh, you already got it. Okay, I got it. And Dench.
And Dench.
All right, I've got your guys' hit points increased. Okay. Yeah, so Payne kneels down. He mutters this incantation, and he reaches out, and these 3 beams of kind of like molten hot energy reach out towards you guys, and they hit you and increase your resolve. And you feel it kind of burn around you. Payne, just make sure you mark off that spell slot. All right.
All right, and Dench takes off some of his backpack and kind of changes around gear a little bit.
Okay, yeah, anything you guys are going to leave on the cart, and I'm assuming Pearl, I have Pearl on the map, but she's back.
Yeah, she's back a ways and
Yeah.
kind of hobbled and tied to a tree.
Okay.
Yep, and Payne usually has his backpack, but that's staying with the cart. He's got his other stuff on him.
Okay.
And Canis doesn't have a cute little plus sign, I think, unless I'm covering it.
I just changed my.
He changed his total. Yep.
Oh,
He's
okay.
good. He's good.
That's a good way to see that, though. A cute little plus sign. Okay. So Canis, you're going, just to clear up the plan, you're going first with the rope, right?
Yeah, me and Dutch. Yeah.
Me and
And then
and
you
Canis, yeah.
You guys stay there, tie it to something. We'll follow. Amelia's gonna keep her armor on. Payne's gonna keep his armor on. Everybody's gonna go in fully prepped.
That's right.
We're
For
going to
the
talk to each other while we're fighting.
Quietly,
the
of course.
party
and before we get to any
record.
shit.
Oh, sorry.
What, Amelia?
Saying for the party record, you would see. She's not going to declare it, but you would see that Amelia is taking the jewelry box and the tongs again and securing them to her person,
Okay.
just like she did last time.
All right. Also, everybody, before we go in here, if it gets to be too much, we have to be willing to leave.
Agreed.
We have to
That's
live.
right. All right.
If we end up having to leave, I will be the last one out.
As long as you're out.
And she nods. If
Okay.
if it comes to that, but I will not leave again unless it is near certain death for all of us.
Okay. That sounds great. On that note, let's head in, everybody.
Let's get
Way to
some
bring that
swagging.
up. Anyway.
Okay.
Let's get some swaggin'.
You can progress as see fits.
All right, come on, Candace.
Show me where this hole is.
And then Dench is kind of unshouldering the rope and, loosening it. All right, so it's just a hole over here. It's actually,
Okay,
he'll be whispering this. He'll be whispering this to Canis as he's walking, not so loud.
Caden, as you get to the beachhead, right where Pain happens to be, but that's all right.
What the fuck?
Canis, you see through the arcane sight that you have some sort of sigils etched into the beachfront. Lyra.
Hold on. What? What's this?
What's this?
Canis kind of looks over. Lyra, as you approach, your hand flares up suddenly and goes into astral bloom. And the text in the beach shifts. Everybody sees this, by the way.
Okay. Just so for your note, Lyra would move closer to Canis as soon as the tattoo starts to glow. Almost instinctively.
And as it glows, the sigils shift into text on the beach in Elven, so anybody who reads Elven can see this. And just in case you don't zoom in far enough to see what it says, Canis, it says, "If you would rise from tooth to hand, from paw to purpose, then you must wade where my waters touch all worlds."
Does that mean anything to you, Canis?
And the sigil dims and goes dormant.
I have an idea, but I'm not sure yet.
I am assuming it means go into the watery hole and find the crazy stone.
I don't think so, but I will do that anyway.
We're going to talk about this later.
It's
yeah,
like a
I'm
riddle.
gonna think about it first.
Okay,
Wait, so everyone can see the words now since
Yeah,
Lyra was-
it's in
Yeah.
yep, but it's in Elven.
We'll change from one code to another.
When Dench says that, Lyra would say, it says if you would rise from tooth to hand, from paw to purpose, then you must wade where my waters touch all worlds. I think it's a message for Canis.
That
That sounds very specific.
does
It
that
does.
actually say paw? I thought it was soft step.
It's basically the same thing.
I wonder if it's talking about that pool that we took, the bath waters, because
No.
no.
Did you enjoy
no?
that?
The bath? It was very
Let's
good
go
for
in
my
the-
beard.
Maybe
Let's go in
let's
the
not
death
talk
pool.
about this right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
All right.
focus. Canis, stop
please be
distracting
careful.
us.
All right, here, Payne, hold on to this end of the rope. By the way, I'll hand off the rope.
Oh yeah.
All right, Dench, go ahead and make a survival check to lash the rope onto.
Sorry, ignore the ping.
Sorry, there's my ping. Onto that rock right there. 19. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you lash it on. You do a couple like tight sailor's knots, and it's pretty sturdy. And you know from here, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you've got plenty of rope to get to the other side.
Before you dive under, Lyra would grab your arm, Dench, and she would say, "Please be careful. Let us know when you're on the other side."
I'll give a couple tugs on the rope. 3 tugs, and I'm on the other side.
2 for warning and 1 for fuck.
If you feel a really strong one pull, then that means oh shit, and I'm probably coming back. Maybe.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. Okay.
She looks
Will we
very
come back?
concerned.
All right, so
One giant tug means I'm being pulled away and being eaten alive, probably.
all right, Dench, go ahead and give me an athletics check as you dive down with the rope, but do it with advantage because you have a rope.
Amelia, get over here.
That was a journey.
I took one step and the map changed.
Yeah.
Magic armor didn't come over.
12 is fine. Yeah, your magic armor did not come over. Okay, so yeah, you get down no problem. You surface in the same pool that you were at before, and you see it where it is. You see yourself where you are.
All right, you give 3 tugs, and then come on over.
Did I come with Dench? Because that was kind of the plan.
You should be here.
Oh yeah. If you're coming with, if you're following behind him with the rope, you do not need to make an athletics check. You just tug the rope along its surface. And Lyra, give you that.
Thank you.
Give me a second to give you control of it, Lyra.
Okay, they
and
said
there you
3
go.
tugs meant everything was fine, so we should be okay. I know you want to leave the cave first, but maybe you go next, Amelia, so I can make sure nobody drowns on the way, because I am not wearing armor.
That seems reasonable. And she fiddles again, looks up towards the sky, kind of has the mumbled like stars protect me, and then she goes into the depths.
Okay.
Following the
And
rope.
even though you are wearing heavy chainmail, you still pull yourself along the rope because it is tied successfully on the other end, all the way through, and you come up into the cave mouth. And for the sake of brevity, everybody who is coming along that rope has absolutely no problem whatsoever. So you enter a cave, and it stinks of rot, fish, and stagnant water. And directly in front of you is a large, bloody patch that sits in the center of a crossroads.
Does it lead straight, or does it lead off to the left?
So what you see is what you get. So it's a crossroads that one section goes north and one section goes to the west.
Battle
I just meant the blood.
formation.
Yeah.
Oh, the blood. I'm sorry. Yeah, the blood.
Yeah.
So the blood it trails north.
Okay.
I guess the blood trail's a good thing to follow.
It's not a bad idea.
Up above before, and she gestures just kind of straight ahead. I heard movement, and I saw what I think might have been a body. We did not go further, though.
Okay, and it's been several days, so things could have changed, and maybe it's completely abandoned, and the crazy stone is just waiting for us. But,
That
We
may
hope.
go beyond both faith and logic, but I hope you're right anyway.
how dare you? So maybe we should look to the left first to make sure we don't get stuck up on if we're gonna go straight.
You want me to scout then?
Perhaps just please be careful.
All right, then I'm gonna. I don't know if you want me to roll a stealth check.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to move
going
stealthily, yep, go ahead and give me a stealth check. And then after this little interaction, we'll go ahead and end for tonight.
And he'll slink up by
All right.
over here.
Okay, give me 1 second to give you a little bit more. Actually, it looks like I already have everything uncovered. So as you move up, give me 1 sec.
Doesn't look like there's anything. Just more water.
Yeah, so as you look up over there, so this alcove is home to a small pool of water and a series of naturally formed amethyst and a small geyser letting off a small stream of steam.
Then he'd probably come back and say,
Not much there, just some amethyst crystals, the water, and a geyser letting off some steam.
Crystals, you say? Don't let us leave without those unless we have to.
All right. We have time to scout ahead, or should we call it?
It is 10:03. I don't want to,
We just wanna
but we probably should call it here. And then we can pick up next week with scouting to the north. So, let's go ahead and call this a solid session with, I mean, you guys just fucking knocked it out of the park tonight, getting yourselves back to where you need to be after regrouping. And yeah, we'll see everybody next week for session 16. If anybody has anything for me, I have maps are knocked out. Progression for the next probably like 10 levels are knocked out for you guys. But if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, story things that they want to send to me, I am totally open to all of that. So just send me a message during the week. And yeah, before we log, does anybody have any questions or any clarification points that I should address before we do that?
I'm just going to give you the cause for concern that I will be messaging you this week. I have story things.
Perfect.
I'll send you the note that Lyra left for her mom too.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes. Okay. All right, guys.
I will also be messaging you about theories and concerns.
Love it. Okay, we'll end here for tonight then, you guys, and thank you all so much for joining us. For those of you in the upper northeast, please take care, because I know that it is not done quite yet.
For a while.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. During the session tonight, I got 9 messages from our youngest's school that was like, we're canceling school tomorrow because of the inclement weather. And I'm like, the low is 43. What the fuck inclement weather are you talking about? Like, nothing's gonna happen. It was supposed to be those rock and rollin' storms today, by the way. We got one clap of thunder, and that was it. It was like an hour and 45 minutes of rain, and then it was done. I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, we got school called off for tomorrow, and I'm working from home, so yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
oh, Eddie's gonna be playing some Fortnite or something, hopefully. Unless they've
Lots
got
of Geometry Dash and lots of drawing and writing. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. If you do have anything for me, please send it over to me because I am constantly building and evolving things, and we'll see you next week on Sunday.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night. Great session. Thank
Night.
you.
Night, everybody.
Okay, we're gonna do Larkin with Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm not familiar with a whole lot of anything else that's happening. What in the world is happening in this cutscene? My goodness. Oh, it's the World of Warcraft housing edition. Yeah, I never got into that. That's unfortunate. Okay, anyways. Here we go. Okay, again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I was hoping to get a little bit further, but honestly, we knocked out a lot of stuff tonight, and I'm really happy with where we went with it. And getting everybody into position for where they need to be for investigatory work is just fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and end here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Welcome on in. DMX bar.